Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch we program them, but you no subscribe yet to we channel. All wetin you get for do, press this red subscribe button, and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. E don done. E no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more. Thank you for we don help we for share this program. Yeah! God bless you. Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch we program them, but you no subscribe yet to we channel. All wetin you get for do, press this red subscribe button, and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. E don done. E no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more. Thank you for we don help we for share this program. Yeah! God bless you. I say you love a boy, you love a girl. There is something going on in ACC with them boss today. Tell me waiting they go on. Love a girl. There is something going on in ACC. Bible, you sure say okay? You volume, Bible, you volume coming in. You want play me where they can say, you know they get me? You know they get me? Then what happen? Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch we program them, but you no subscribe yet to we channel. All wetin you get for do, press this red subscribe button, and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. E don done. E no get for cost you anything. When you do this. Alright. I been just talk about the lover boy, lover girl, but I don't know sef. Some thinking day. I don't know if I can know exactly what they talk. But something my brother go able for help me. Love a boy, yes you love a girl. There's a party going on in ACC.
It's a beautiful day, yes, a wonderful time. ACC don't boss their own.
With the fine girls, it just they do all kind thing with them girls them. Now that making all they catch the serious thief man them. Tell me what thing they go on at SEC.
Pambule muna adu, na kushe una kabo. Today na another day. Today na another discussion. Today na another interesting day inside we yada. Love a boy and love a girl. Waiting that one day mean well. Ashembepi ain't just there for exposure uncle and family members them. The people them. Guess what? The SCCPRO don't resign because of love business. Hey, because Papa Ben Kelfala, they disturbed you on the way they under for them fine titty there, Afro boy.
Yeah, you wait, you want tell me say the boy they make serviceman, they cut young cap, and they young fine cucumber the way they can say they now. You know, until you can understand, they can say young cucumber, nice sweet pan salad. You know sabi that song there? So the Afro boy, if he choose for going to then kind of thing and then now you begin for wonder, you know, okay, you know go surprise again why you know the catch what is supposed for catch, eh? I really see me brother. Until you know now you can go.
Well, Pambul them is still not up day. How they go?
So
they can come. Until we don't dance this BNTSA light business. We still don't go launch and so we know they suffer again. Well, inside the light business, Pambulem, Guess what happen? Money, couple, when now 186 billion.
Wait. Sometimes you mistake. You mean 186 million leons? You mistake?
186 billion.
You kidding me?
It is not M-I-L-L, it's B-I-L-L.
Bible, okay, something I when you name, I make you take him. You mean you want call Bible NT? No, Bible if you don't die.
Billion.
Really?
Billion. Not a million. Not a million, no. Billion.
Thing this with me. Continue.
What? Fumble them. Now this couple don't disappear. Who say?
Now electricity, EGTC.
No, me I don't want to talk high. Now me I whisper.
Anyway, not to that no more. Today we dey get big guest them where they can join me inside the program today. And then come out from one union where they call Sierra Leone Diaspora Unity Campaign. And interestingly, then they call on all parliamentarians, politicians now, good citizens now, for let them reject the January 2022 recommendation where they inside our government white paper where then they try for talk about different things, especially that area, Bible, they get interest per one area. That area where they say 50 plus 1. That means say, runoff not get for you. As person get 50 plus 1, you don't go.
Now run
down. Instead of runoff, now run down. So why then say for reject this white paper? Nothing where we can know inside the program today. By the way, until you know say the police are there for safeguard life and property.
Now so it for be.
Now so it's supposed for them. Not also for be.
Now so it's supposed for them.
Well, until you know say anytime where wala day, now the police then can run call say una come o. Something dey happen, you know that then
Because now they cover the secrets now.
By law, not to down there the talko and no go pa me business. By law, the police when they call them jik, then supposed for run go some side say, oh, what thing dey happen now? But guess what? If the thing where the police they use for go cover something, they tell like one kind like me picking in toy self where they play with, it gets strength past that one. Be a big, long no waste time. Watch this thing quick about. This one we pick and run am inside one we comping journalist in page na Facebook. Then call her Abdul Fattah Kamara in page na Facebook. And then we pick this. Now, this interestingly, now the operation division, then Mutuka this. When they say operation, as they say, hey, something that we are. Now this Mutuka, now it's supposed for take speed. And if for they in good order for they reach them, but brother and sister them. This now the kind of operation we'll get to. When they ready for go operation, pass them begin kick me and start. Then they call them cut off. Cut one. And the Mutuka this way they go for operation. How this go now for operation?
What a shame, what a shame, what a shame, what a shame. To Salon government. What a shame, what a shame, what a shame, what a shame. To Sierra Leone police. Una they intimidate, we borders them. Una lost focus, una they intimidate, we still start them. Una forget waiting, una for they do. Me fumble them.
Them.
Me people them, me good people them. This is a big shame to the government. I begin there. And another bomber shame to the Sierra Leone police. The Sierra Leone police, where as we tell you by pan law, we for guide life or secure life and properties. But we all know what they embark on today. The big guns them, where the small one them inside the Sierra Leone police department that they look for. Now not focus again for look, but things the way they will keep them up. Everybody don't turn politician. Everybody they work under the command of the 18. The politics where they play right now. But let me tell you one thing. That they're facing all the disgrace and then so because of sufferness this as a police officer, una they push una operation car. Mind you, that open van day na operation car. But we get police them today, the people away for sit on they check, but the things that when they use, they cast them and other things them, they don't focus on that one day. They focus on dance to the tune of the caretaker. Where they say, shoo, when I go cause damage under, now the happiest time. Where they say, when I go put trouble under, now they tell you they see the AIG, they come and defend. But you know they see the AIG and other people that were responsible for some of their equipment, the other people they use, whether they spoil so that they damage so, you know they see that they come for can't talk, say, we need money, we need this, we need car, we need this for repair that car they have. We need attention towards we own police department today. The police, we be for stand for we, don't turn people that were not even useful again as we see they go on right now. Not to be talking, you see a whole car. Now whites, the man wear, the people that we push, no. Now police officers them with uniform. Now street back Fambule. Not to corner, now main streets. Now they push more to cash other country they see we. Then they laugh at we. But you hear one minister, they chop how much money. You hear caretaker human, they say they chop how much money. Caretaker just they fly. You know, able to put things them in place. Everybody they suffer, but the police they make suffer push. When they say civilian, they go put like, we are not suffer it. Because I'm not sorry for them.
Salon today, not to salon yesterday. Oh. If not lie, make we check
ministry.
Salon today, not to salon yesterday. Oh.
If not lie, make we check ministry.
Policemen they na streets and they push their rotten motor car them for go do their operation. If thing can come out, then go up on this operation. The people then go they suffer. Eh. When they ready, then they buy SUV or Prado. Then say then they go for Corona. Outside they supposed to put the money where na they really supposed to put them. Huh? Then go tell you say, you know reach that side it's lay the wait small. But time go fit clock oh. Time go fit clock. Anyway, me brother, now take me back na that gist to say down na junction, na forward. By that church. I mean they say near a church, it will be a holy place. Any side around church for be holy place. Tell me something back.
Well, that's where we supposed to be.
I see the fine boy Arata. Oh no, the fine boy puss we don't turn Arata instead of him turn their puss, you know. Now, you know the thief the money there. Instead, in staff them, now they the thief. Hey, Afro boy. Afro, I don't know if it's Afro International or anything. It don't meet someone.
But the guy just there, enjoy
you know
himself.
the do one and I'd say, no, I'm not supposed to do this. By law, you're not supposed to get any relationship with them. Now they will get conflict of interest. Now they go begin think now waiting for do to this, waiting for do to that. Then they all are corruption. Huh? Yeah, Fambulem. Una couche bon. Tin just the tranga. This woman now, when at them PRO, he gains. I think he don't see say then they put her over and ate too much. The way he can inside the office, they can't get chest pain. So how in good day for God's sake, they can't work for can't get then a good environment, they can't get contact back for the same mates them. And in don't understand say this time he mate, this time he mate, this time he mate. We all inside the same ration. Then Kelfala of all. Come on, what is this? What is this?
Is
But
that
anyway, now that with the hidden things there, you know we see that civil society we been go team up at World Banco for team up say Ben Kelfala for resign because of this dirty game where they pan. Then go say the man get right to in private life. Now private life down in office. All them baby the way they around, you forget body all inside the office, they disturb the work. That is why you just pay attention pan then small fish then teachers then are the best he can make more pan. But when you can't to the one day we give power, but don't tell we say it could be very difficult. So now you see why it's too difficult because now you know me secrets and know your secrets. So waiting for do. All man just pay attention to what they do and kick what they do. Period. Yeah, salon.
all my own? That baby Obayanda, na me get Tamo, kind side. Ben Kelfala, he can just say in the office, he points, all my own.
No, nothing and two. No, tin. Uda dotty tin. Nobody but Mr. Wako. You, the only you go Panomo now. Now they take for that day.
Make I give the G's. Although my family member
They will take them no
wonder we are full boy. All time in office clock. A visitor can't step, he goes not past 1 hour. They say the part busy with the secretary. Bio.
With the PRO.
No wonder we can enter some office there.
No wonder. It don't tell no the this PRO with the talk boku. It don't tell we need Margret the talk. Bio the paddle lock him out. I don't wonder what thing they really happen.
You know say they tell you about two things where they spoil relationship, friendship, familyhood, over business and money business. Now in the point to see the whole time make some money office where reach there all said the paper they scatter on the table.
A busy but a man really busy. He very hard working, he work. Very hard working.
All of them get office assistant. No way, however they pack that office. As the secretary enter, before they come on out, the office not in order again. Anyway, Afro boy.
A PRO, he like for strategize with them, how for apply things then for going at the public, whose information we for come up with and all of them things and they so all of them they get for make sure they put them very well. So I think say not just that, not any bad thing it can depend. Yeah. This man just want sabotage them with the ACC. I know that.
Let Afro boy enjoy himself now, young man.
Sexy boy, position. Right in the office. Anyway, we move. Today na tip. We just make a half. Piet. We've been beginning to talk about EGTC, eh?
Yeah.
That Israeli electricity generation and transmission company. So instead of the generate the electricity for let we get more energy, then busy they electrify themselves with thief money. Then they thief the government. What thing they do? Inside 2019 to 2020, no more. Then get tax them like when you work so. Then get a withholding tax them. Yeah, then get waiting and call a PAYE tax. Where every month, then when they pay sembe pay or then they pay by way, then they cut a day. Well, all left the nasty to not issue nasty it. Then they cut then tax and day from your salary, from source. You know, you remember say, they can pay tax that they contribute to my economy. Behold, you get just few people them. Now the EGTC, where they scoff all the money them. They cut them and people in salary, but they not they pay at all. The money now don't reach to the tune of 100 and almost help me back because this money now you want to get Sabi Colin today.
186 billion.
Okay.
To million of family.
Small thing. 0.3 billion. 0.3 billion. At small thing no more. That is how we say over 186 big. Come on. 1 year and then do that kind of thing.
Billion.
But the problem now, wetin Ben Kelfala go do? He busy na scat. Wetin go do? He busy na scat. So wetin go able do? It's supposed for the pay attention.
He busy pa push up.
Ayotete. It's supposed for the pay attention. But oh yeah, you're not able to pay attention parenting and day. Anyway, time go come or time go fit clock. Time go reach all of them thing they go read and tell me say just no. And this weekend they not go sleep now they host them. Now ACC or detention and go sleep. Yeah, then Christmas always be they talk say them people them for that audit report we not the sleep. Now they host them. Be the time on top but himself. Say certain people in the office we not go sleep now they host. Hey, Ben Kelfala, Kushe. Anyway, Bokutin and Deo. I dey understand something, no, me brother. You remember say the Judicial Week. Judicial Week they go on NT. Outside they say they review about 1,000 cases them, yeah? For civil get minor case them, other not able for meet bail condition and other things them for later release them. Remember what we talk about, eh?
Yeah.
You not suspect something?
You are not talking to suspect?
Please, I listen you. If you think the same thing.
Fambul them, I don't know. May I just rub me mouth if waiting. I think me brother Shebepe think. Until we all know how them people are like attention. They like for hype themselves like artists who not get nothing. They like for hype themselves like designer we not able to buy original.
Like LSC music.
The people them, well, they depend the review. All you want to get them petty case them. Then they can pull them come on, if possible. Well, let me suspect, until we all know we brother Mohammed Kamari Mama Sare, then we don't grant some bail. But since that, then get the reason where they hold on for, they still hold on they make the bail condition so difficult in the way we brother not able to come on. Then formula making not be say, they one can say, now, when they can review, then they can pull Mohammed Kamari Mama Sare for make them cover up to we and say, nah, sorry, we sorry for us as a government. Now they will pull them. Fambula make no joke. We all know this caretaker in the most serious note. We know this government and game mode and they play. And I did not say it therefore happen. For make them can cover. You know, say they can let forget political scores. For let them list the floor. You remember how Paolo come on? After they don't feel say no better evidence not there against them. What did they say? They say presidential pardon. So now this is not a presidential pardon, no. Now presidential review free. It's right.
So in other words, you suspect say maybe this Judicial, then go can release Kamarimba. Now the all then they can review so. Maybe this Judicial.
But they can't let fine. Say to man, now we pull her. We sorry for that they pull her.
You know, enable meeting bail conditions. So sorry for it.
No.
I tell you about my uncle, he good. A good man. He not like for sleepers in the stream.
My uncle na blow.
No, he not just like for sleepers in the stream. Anytime we see sleepers in the stream, no more, they say, okay, I'll help you. Yeah? I say, okay, no problem, thank you. So I think saying that kind of person will him be. Yeah? So please, no take anything personal for that. Anyway, they ready for can go inside something Judicial, because we get somebody now we can join inside the program for let we talk about different other things them. Yeah, boku things them, especially with things that really go on at the country. So please, we be just the wait for now. Follow now, continue for the share the program. Please share, like, and comment so more people go able for benefit from this particular thing we they talk about so right now. So if you just join me one more time, this is a program where we call Weird, okay? So continue for the part of the program and add the voice inside the program. Don't forget for like, because by the way, that like business, it's like for say something wrong, eh?
I tell you.
All right. Anyway, just give me some few more seconds because we can introduce. I don't know if they can, pa one language, one Nigerian language, just the Sabina they can call her Alagba.
Baba Alagba.
Baba Alagba, that is the president, the big one of INSSF.
In fact, it can even change as you Odogu.
Hey,
with the bubble from
no,
Nigeria.
no go inside that too much. Go inside it too much. Now small no more because just no, you want just to lay then begin to watch out one guy. I begin say, come on, you understand what I mean now, eh? So look,
I tell you,
let you know jealous or jealous. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we not get plenty time again. We want to do now. We just want to use this very, very beautiful moment for welcome somebody inside the program where they can introduce to you because this is now one of the special guests for today's program. It comes out from one unity campaign where they call Sierra Leone Diaspora Unity Campaign. And in one of the advisor them, yeah, it in the advisory committee as yes, Ingo come just now briefly for come tell we more about that particular work the way it do another side. So we want for use this great opportunity for welcome inside the program. Let me peep quick one. Peep because we not finally somebody where they come to you as a visitor. You are introduced them to other person. You begin to ask and say, please introduce yourself. It not make any sense. Introduce yourself, sir. No. Now we use this opportunity for welcome inside the program, Mr. Jalo Jamboria. Yeah, inside the program. For let come and talk to we on this particular thing, then just don't pull a press release. We go read to another press release pretty soon. In as I say now, one of the advisory committee member them for this union we then call Sierra Leone Unity Campaign inside the program. Welcome to the show where we call Weird. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I don't know if you hear me clearly.
Very clear, sir.
Clear.
Okay. Because I don't want that this thing they give me some hissing effect.
Okay, we get you clear.
Okay.
Yes.
Mina Mohammed Boy Jalo Jamboria. Are they Norway? And as you say rightly, mean advisor to the Sierra Leone Diaspora Unity Campaign.
Okay.
The Sierra Leone Diaspora Unity Campaign na an international body where na a civil society movement we comprise of Sierra Leoneans and friends of Sierra Leone where they live all over the world. We get people from all walks of life, people from every political party. We're a member of the Sierra Leone Diaspora Unity Campaign. Well, of course, the aim of the Sierra Leone Diaspora Unity Campaign, not only as a pressure group or a political body, we they look at building something where in the near future, we go able to transform them or change them into an institution through which Sierra Leoneans them we don't come out, don't live out, go back now the country safely and able assist for develop the country. But as soon as know, before ever we go able for do that, we get for be sure that the country is stable. So at this point in time in the beginning, we involvement go seem for be mainly political because as people that we born in Sierra Leone, you know what I mean? Say we all they carry Sierra Leonean citizenship as at now. Some people then they will get dual citizenship, some they will get other citizenship. But because we were born in Sierra Leone, before they left the country, now we moral and ethical duty for ensure say whatever they go on at the country, a right for we all. Now we duty for ensure say we country they in peace and is stable. So at this particular moment, everything what they do for now, we they try for see how best we can serve as a pressure group for get the government where they in power, for able to do the things them, we go build democracy in the society, build social justice in the society, and make sure say peace and stability in the country. And of course, the press release where they talk about.
Then they can't go to that press release there, but before going to this press release,
okay, sir.
Yeah, most of the time when you get pressure group, and especially where una get for the focus on politics and all, one simple thing where then they talk about right now, another form of APC group. Una na APC, right?
Well, you get APC members then at the group.
I mean, una main soul, una main objective, now for APC, for federal APC, right?
No. We they cooperate with a group in Sierra Leone where they call the Consortium of Progressive Political Parties. And that group it comprises of 13 political parties. Yes, right enough, maybe the APC is the biggest political party after the ruling party, or maybe with the ruling party. But that don't mean say anything when they do now APC they do them. Anybody who they think that way then you don't understand politics. Politics as far as it concerns Sierra Leone, yes, APC, SLPP are the major parties, but you get other political parties. So now they recognize that fact. We
but
get NGC members them.
Between me and you and people where they listen, this tussle done they all along about we did this political party, we not did this political party, this na APC affiliate group or whatever, because now it's obvious that now we get the SLPP, whether you want for talking that way or not, but you get SLPP, we don't associate themselves with what they call the All Political Party Association. Yeah, where most political party don't run away come up from that association day. Then you get again the COP, for example, where APC don't associate themselves with because themselves are part of them and then are the biggest day. So they don't say it's divided along the line. SLPP they upper, then APC then a COP. So how this different from the test of waiting people go on for say?
Well, now that makes some of we day in this kind of movement.
Okay.
Because me when they talk to you, I go tell you plainly say, up to 2018, I was an elected member of a political party in Norway.
Okay.
I've been getting an affiliation at that time serving as a municipal councillor to my political party. And as at now, I am taking a neutral stand about everything connected with Sierra Leone. But that not mean say I not get me sympathies about my political views.
Okay.
My sympathies about my political views not attach me to APC and not attach me to SLPP.
Okay.
And not attach me to NGC equally. As an individual, I get me vision. I get me views about what I want for see happen in Sierra Leone. And if I get for go attach with any political party, I go to the party where I think say get the nearest view with it to my own view. But that not make me APC and not make me SLPP.
So if I can ask you, what is this your own view?
My view is let we build Sierra Leone for everybody.
Okay, and
Sierra Leone gets a potential.
You feel say na COP, now ain't go only make we build salon for everybody?
Yes, I not to feel. I believe that.
Okay.
What you make I believe that the country where they Norway and the whole of Scandinavia, Sweden, Finland, Denmark, then system of governance, not to one political party they rule the country. You get a party where now the majority party where they win the majority vote, but other political parties, then they inside the government anytime they form government. Now I make them, they divide the government into 3 areas and get central thinking, the ideology, central thinking, then get right thinking, then get socialist thinking or leftist thinking, okay? And every political party in the governance system matter.
Okay.
It's not winners take all system where one party, now in the rule, then give job to the boys. It's not like that.
Okay.
Everybody important. Whether you win or lose election, you get a role for perform.
Okay. So
and that's why I believe say COP is the beginning of that tradition. And the other reason you make I believe say COP can be the way forward for we. When you look at the way our country don't polarize, we they look at APC, SLPP, we bring ethnicity inside, we bring region inside. One of the ways we'll be able to make we country come back together, now for make sure say we share power. And coalition are a way for share power. Everybody feels they are important, everybody they take part. The other way we can share power, now through decentralization. But that we go talk about and later.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay. We will go into that day, as you rightly say, for let we talk about something in the all. Yeah, but the reason why I begin with this one, because of course, we self-wasted so. Yeah, my brother can explain that particular side. He can handle them better than me. You know, on how then they tag people, especially when you want for a car with you, a different view from waiting they really go on. My brother.
Well, I just want to ask my brother a question because it don't be the doubt me. I be think over you feel say as COP now a combination of different political parties them. If it reach a peak tomorrow where they go say, well, let them decide for pick somebody where they go represent we all as Sierra Leoneans. The APC not go feel say they're too popular for give that chance there.
Go represent we Usai.
On the election day.
On election.
No, not so then get for Duam. How then get for Duam?
Yeah.
Before election, then get forget a social understanding and contract.
Okay.
Where then they agree, say we go into this election as a team. If we win the election, each party forget a representation in the government. If the one way gets the majority vote, go produce maybe the leader.
Okay.
But other parties in the group, because they were party to everything, forget part of the governance responsibilities. Not an issue of because now we boku now forget all to know. The issue of bullying each other when they put we country behind, now they try for avoid. So therefore look at ways and means for make everybody feel say, I am party to this. I belong to this.
Okay.
I get the respect to I deserve. If even 10 supporters I get, but because I'm party to this, I get the respect to I deserve, then give me the honor for participate, so let do me best. And of course, for the parties that were not to the majority, if they come into such an agreement, we go be a legal arrangement, we go be binding on everybody for respect, it will be to their advantage because if you come up from a party who get 10 supporters, you come into a group where you govern, things go well, then people, they respect you, party.
All right. So let's draw you away from that one day because you're not there for talk about COP at all or for talk for COP. But let we go now to the real part of the story. When I do a press release, by the way,
yes, sir.
On the 1st of February, right?
Yes.
Yes, now I do this press release, we go out, and I'll be happen for get hold of this press release. Yeah, we una pull, una try for address different things then before I go into the issues them inside this thing. This now a first release one I don't pull at all.
No, we've been done to get press releases before now, but we're not going to make them public to the Sierra Leonean public. We've been to send press releases out to international partners and other concerns.
So tell me about then the release then the first one I've been on the poll. One I've been on the send to international partners.
We've been on send 2 press releases. One being connected with this electoral commission issue.
Okay.
The method of appointments and other things them we will not satisfy with up till now.
Okay, you talk about
that's a very burning issue. Yeah, they were in.
They talk about neck boss or they talk about the Western Regional.
The appointments them na neck, the whole institution itself.
All right.
A lot of things were done that are against what the Constitution prescribes.
Okay.
The Constitution say then for consultation. Now, when me and you sit down, we talk. Like what you they do so, even though we're not in the same room, but because we get a virtual discussion, you they ask me question, I ask you question, we can look at them at some level as a consultation. You they ask me answer, you ask you answer. Not so. But if I grab normal right letter say, now so the Constitution say I don't write you, say I don't appoint this. That's not a consultation. So all the methods where they use for appoint, all the people that they appoint recently now the Electoral Commission, it don't undermine the integrity of that institution there. Because then the method was unconstitutional. We don't send a press release about that. It don't go to several internationals. Another press release we'll send was about the events them of violence all over the country.
Okay.
We go to the internationals.
Okay,
but
so
why we not be making public at that time?
Okay.
Now because we've been there in with formative stage, we've been there try for form this body. Now we don't get an executive. So from now on, everything what they do, we go make them public.
Okay. So now let me go into this statement on also now.
Yes, sir.
Agwala will take one by one as we go.
I think we other partner they try for join we.
Okay.
Lawyer IS Koma.
Okay. All right, that's cool.
He has come on. So
all right.
I think we need for give a briefing on how far we don't go.
Well, yeah, we just virtually we just don't begin. We not even going inside now they can go inside the press release.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we will come ask now for first.
He is also another advisor, so please introduce him.
Yes. I could do that one day. I will do that one day. Anyway, let's see what we can get. Good.
Oh, I get for the go off video.
Okay.
As the case may be, yeah.
All right, no problem, no problem.
He is a father.
No problem, no problem. So let me use this term or this particular moment now for let me introduce this we next guest we don't join me inside the program. Yeah, so we all go discuss the same thing here, so where we talk about so inside the program. Basically, we can focus on the press release, but it's fine for let we get a background from whose side we come out, stay whose side we do so right now. And we want to be very clear because most time when people they talk about different issues, the first thing where they can put in mind as you begin say, some of the things that really happen right now in the country, now so, then tag you, oh, this na APC. So I think now the main thing that the way make we be try for, draw that kind, questioning the way we
Well, one thing where I want to make clear.
Yes.
The Diaspora Unity campaign is even open to members of the SLPP if they want to come and participate.
Yeah, I know, but we'll be just a try for see no more. Waiting will be the question.
It's not a partisan body. It's comprising of people from different political parties and different backgrounds.
Okay. No problem. So let's use this term now for introduce we next guest. We don't come inside the program. We a lawyer in name Ibrahim Soyi Kuruma, a lawyer and public policy specialist. By the way, Ibrahim Soyi Kuruma himself na member of the advisory committee na the Sierra Leone and Diaspora Unity campaign. So we want to use this opportunity. Are you with me? You there with me, sir?
Mr. Kuruma.
Did you get me, sir? Mr. Kuruma? Ibrahim Soyi?
Yes, thank you very much for having me. We had a glad for day at Thank you so much.
All right. So I'm not going to ask you all of the questions that we don't ask already, but we been just want for go inside the press release when I just don't pull. Because I think this is not the main thing we on a day. I'll be just to take the, you know, when they say you go first, you go pick zeal before ever you can inside the real thing. Because we want to clear the minds of people. So now we can go inside the press release now and read exactly what we see inside the press release. And as we go, we take one by one. Yeah. I will take the first paragraph, yeah, because when I get a lot of issues them where when I don't highlight it. They say the Sierra Leone Diaspora Unity campaign, when SLDUC, it's a global union of concerned Sierra Leoneans and friends of Sierra Leone, both at home and around the world. SLDUC is worried over several events and decisions taken by the government of Sierra Leone on issue of serious concern ranging from national security, police brutality, polarized justice system, suppression of freedom of expression, the absence of national cohesion and peace. We take this first paragraph because it overloaded. It get plenty things them where if we want to talk about this, we talk today, we not go down. Let's start with you, Ibrahim Soyi. Inside the things then we talk about so, yeah, we are just don't read about so. One of the things then we then try to talk about, where una say una concerned about, una very worried about, one are the decision where the government take, you know, on issues them, for example, like the national security. What una they try to talk on the area of national security? What una concern? Ibrahim Soyi.
Well, thank you again. Thank you for having me. I think, sir, we all as Sierra Leoneans, we know we're aware of what did happen in our country over the last couple of years. But of course, even before President Bio become president, we don't get some challenges with both the justice system, with social.
All right, I think we get issue with your sound. We get issue with your sound.
That complaint that I always then get, it don't really escalate, it don't reach to a level where every Sierra Leonean is concerned, including people in government. So the Diaspora Unity campaign, na a global organization, basically we make up of all the tribes, the way they think about Nassau, all the political.
Sorry, but we get bad signal from your side. We get bad signal from your side.
We think, say, as Sierra Leoneans,
you get we? You get we at all?
The line.
Yes, the line bad.
No challenge.
All right. So if that be the case, we not go wait. Let I come inside with you, Mr. Boyijalo Jamboria. You be done to listen to him. You can just take from the inside.
Well, as I say, since the end of the war to now, we country get a lot of challenges. We don't make great inroads in peace management. But of course, there are challenges in the peace, the security, all they come out from maybe the kind of politics who they practice. Just now you ask me a question where points to that, say, people and they think, say, well, sometimes we don't make this diaspora unity campaign at APC. I try for clear that. Then challenges here and some of the things them when are we concerned? Because these are the things that put the peace of the country at risk. So one of the things that we concerned about now is that since the last election, we don't see this division, this polarization, this issue of APC, SLPP, green, red, northerner, non-northerner, western area, non-western area, it only take another dimension. And one of the duties of every government, irrespective of which political party within a power, one of the duty of a government, now for try to create the environment, we're going to make them things here not exist. But if a government they in power, then seem for the assist for build then division here, then we get for be concerned. We get for be concerned. And that's the concern expressed in that press release. A lot of things that happened from 2018 to now, where the point say we have a government in place that is undermining peace and stability in the country. And we no go sit down, let that continue. It no matter how they, now we all moral and ethical responsibility for ensure say we country continue for be stable. Because without stability and peace, progress no go ever day.
Okay. So one other thing where una pick out, I pick out from the press release, where after I don't talk about national security. Of course, this is not strange at all. We've been just to talk about the police before we start the program proper one in terms of the operation and all. But now when I make mention of police brutality, yeah, when at the level of brutality, the way how police don't they handle civilians or way don't they handle the public with regards when they can go into the operations them or when they go into any riotous conduct for go put some riots, into real, order for go make sure say the place be peaceful and all. So tell me about this. Waiting una don't they see so far because all man don't they see the kind way how police brutality don't they on the increase right now. Yeah, not that it not be there, but it day on the increase. So now that una don't get this serious concern, waiting are the most specific issues them una pick out we make una so much concern.
They get a lot of issues then because every day you go on social media, you see technology don't make the world into a global village. First time things they happen at McKinney, they take weeks before they know na freedom. But now something they be na village, once somebody they will get mobile phone we connect to reception or internet. If they pick up, you can WhatsApp or any other social media tool, the whole world they see. And what we don't they see over the last 3 years? When you compare them to the police brutality who been there before, or whatever we go call what been there before, we they see say they think they escalate. And this now the concern what we express in that press release. That the police seem for be so projected now for take sides and do things them for secure the status quo. And that is a cause for concern, along with what will be done talk just now about peace and stability. I think Mr. Kuoma don't come on back. I think he can take off from that point. We just discuss about the concern about police brutality, how we don't hide enough. I just explain, say, yes, right enough, there had always been concerns about the way we're policing they take place. But recently, we see on social media the way and manner how the police they handle issues, it only reach at a proportion where na cause for concern. And that was what we expressed in the press release. You as a lawyer, of course, you know how for
So if
put
that be
them
the
better.
case, Mr. Kroma, one of the things where we pick out, in as much as the police brutality, because I think it starts from the very appointment of the top. When then they, for example, they take oath, then they take oath to the president directly and say, will they protect you? Yeah? Then later you talk about the people. And now if they don't say, will they serve you? Yeah, then what do you think next? Any other way they get for go? So I think say the problem don't start for right from that point. Say take and down. What will you make up of this? You as a lawyer, we don't look into it.
I think say you hit the nail on the head on that particular subject matter where you raise. We see what we see now that we know say in our country and perhaps in most other country them where new government can come. Then can do what they call structural adjustments, structural changes, appoint people them where then things say competent within the force, and then try for make some changes here and there. But what do we get now in our own country that where President Bio come in, now that it basically decapitate both the army and the police and bring in young people away in things say in belief. I think that at the word of the president. He said they only put people there where in trust, people there where in believe, where don't work with, where to get competence. So what will happen now that, for example, in the military, cut down, it sack most of the senior man that the military bring new people there. In the police, it pull all the people that were in things say them people are they not belong to me to my own area, and so it bring fresh people them, elevate junior people them where. Don't make certain statements in our public, and I want to concentrate on that one day for a time being.
Please go ahead.
Now, we hear the police make statements, say, then they serve the government of the day. Mm-hmm. That is very unfortunate. Because police force, not for government, then they work. Now for people, and then they work. The police, now for make sure, say, there is law and order, and they protect lives and property. Not for government, then they work for. Even though they're civil servants, now people that were enrolled in the civil service, the purpose of the police now for help citizens. Yeah. And in some cases only protect government property, but not to exclusively for protect or for work for government or government interest. But what we don't see over the last couple of years, now a police force where they don't politicize, now a police force will get selective justice, selective application of the law, and actually being brutal against people where then things say they are not aligned with the government of the day. And that is very unfortunate for a country like we own, where come on a civil war, a country where it's so fragile and we still consider a fragile country. For make police, they're going to make their statement and conduct themselves in a manner where people get reason for question whether these police really are people that they serve or not the government they serve. But we know they argue that anymore. I think say the police themselves, they themselves don't answer the question, say, now the government of the day, now they work for. So, now they serve. So, it's unfortunate that the Sierra Leoneans, they don't find themselves in a situation where the police will help them, to protect them, don't turn against them. And then in a very serious concern where the Diaspora Unity Campaign gets, and of course we know what's don't happen. Police, they don't use disproportionate force most of the time. People, they don't die as a result of reckless behavior of police. And don't get me wrong, there are police officers who are very, very professional. There are police officers who are good, where they apply the law evenly. But there are also police officers who don't take politics and put them on top of their crown, and politics that they use against the people of this country. And we are really, really tired, and we are very frustrated. And I think say people in the country not even able to express themselves anymore. Now that country day. People cannot protest. People cannot even engage the police. Unfortunately, now other countries there, when they see police and people them engage, then they try for know what are the challenges where the community gets so that police go provide service. But in our own country, no. They only concerned about calls when they come up from State House when they come up from the ministerial building about some time ago. That's all they care about. They don't care about protection of people. We don't see some people and they attack people there. Civilian against civilian, policemen at the surface. And now, it did not even escalate to the worst situation where police them now, then they're afraid for even go among civilians because the civilians don't trust the police anymore, especially police with armed, because they can open the trigger anytime. And that is very, very unfortunate. Civilians don't trust the police or the security forces. Of course, the incidents they are bound. Remember, several things that would happen involving police. They don't kill people in different parts of the country, including, of course, Pademba Road Prison, where they will never know exactly how many people die, where involved the security forces, police, and the army. Nobody's being held accountable. And all the incidents they want where we don't make reference to. Nobody, no policeman, as far as we're concerned,
we don't see that happen officially and unofficially. Waiting down this simply means like when they send them on official duty for go like control the riots behavior we can go on, or even when they can in their own private capacity. We don't see like, for example, the situation at the Hastings, they're not been there on any official duty, but we see it happen. All of these things are part of the count. It in the increase, but the talk nothing we don't hear, we don't do. Waiting at the next action, waiting una they do concern Sierra Leoneans them unity campaign. Waiting una don't they do. What you plan for do now for make sure say we get a stop to this kind of thing?
All over the place. We get Sierra Leoneans everywhere at the world, everywhere, including West African states. But also we get Sierra Leone and they were well positioned now, both local and international organizations, including the United Nations, the World Bank, and the African Development Bank. We get people when they work alongside the European Union. And all of those partners, when we get as Diaspora Unity Campaign, we don't engage them. And this engagement will continue because we want people to be held accountable for their actions. We not say impunity, now part of we country. Because when people do wrong, all what they do, now blame game, then they blame other person. They don't ever take responsibility.
At all.
So when police go kill person, for example, the police boss now they ever come say, it take responsibility for the actions of the men. Then they shift the blame, say now other people they incite other people they rise against the police. And unfortunately, we were in the country, we don't seem to accept this situation. So the Diaspora Unity Campaign, they take a different route. What are the routes? We engage partners of Sierra Leone. We engage governments them outside Sierra Leone where they work with Sierra Leone, including ECOWAS and the African Union. We are moving forward. We're making sure that somebody or some people will be held accountable for the wrongs against the people of Sierra Leone. And I mark my word that people
basically
responsible and accountable.
If I can add to what
quickly before you come inside, when people talk about partner, then they talk about the ECOWAS and other things. Then one simple thing where they can have most people in mind now. What about the International Criminal Courts? But most of the time, we don't see them say, then case they already come up so now the country has more case than this, and the international court not able for handling kind of things there. So, waiting now you take on this.
Amongst other actions, where they tell you, they divulge with you say, we they work with the ICC as they speak, but also we don't work with other courts them, including the African Court of Justice and the West African Court of Justice. We don't work with other affiliates. As I tell you just now, we get an expansive group of professionals, including lawyers who they work in some of their institutions they are. And they are very, very appalled by what is happening back home. And they're pushing forward. They want to make sure that Sierra Leoneans, people that in authority, people within a payroll of government, who they abuse citizens, are held accountable for what they're doing. So This is not the time. I continue to tell people and say this is not 1994, 1995.
No.
This is not 2022. People will be held responsible for everything that they have done. I assure you that, and this is not a talk shop. This is not the usual talk shop. And the reason why I say so, that this is not the first step. When we see a global organization made up of all tribes, all political parties, and all Sierra Leoneans, including partners of Sierra Leone. So this is not the biggest conglomeration of Sierra Leoneans and people away now friends of Sierra Leone. So we are pushing forward. We're making sure that people, no matter where you be, from President Tikandom, is accountable to the people of Sierra Leone. And I mark my word, I repeat my word, mark my word that people will be held responsible. Because as I talk, a lot of effort has been put in place and people are continuing to work towards that direction for accountability.
Yes, look, can you say now, Mr. Jamboya?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As my colleague don't talk and my friend, the lawyer, I want for a show and say the impunity in Sierra Leone for end this time. If for end, what you make it for end, Sierra Leone deserve better than they get. We no want let we country deteriorate back into another crisis. As lawyer Kuruma don't say, we get a lot of internationals who they engage, but we plan the Sierra Leone Diaspora Unity Campaign, plan for engage even with the parliamentarians of Sierra Leone. Now we say that now, let them begin know that. So we are going to engage them. They have to begin to act as parliamentarians. They not for be the shadow of the executive arm of government. Things then they would therefore take decisive action on say, no, we are not on this. We would not allow this. We are not going to pass this. We cannot accept this. Because one of the reasons we make everything they go wrong in Sierra Leone now is that we don't create a tradition where the one way they rule the country from state house is like they control every other arm of government. They cripple the judiciary, it cripple the parliament, then they rule at your will. But the Sierra Leone Diaspora Unity Campaign, with the support we they hope for get from the internationals, want to change that dynamic.
So the question now for that, the question now for that, now when
we are going to do it from now on. From now on. Rome was not built in a day. We're not going to tell Una say they be tomorrow. But what you they are showing now, will they put every effort and initiative in place for even ensure say the coming election will be conducted on a level of integrity.
So what about if we ask this question? Because me, like, and particularly me, in some cases, we can say, every time we call on international community for help in we own problem, what about if we do certain things then for able for settle we own problem inside us? You know,
part of what you get for do for able settle problem inside us, now I mean say we get for engage parliament. Parliament now the lawmakers of the country. Mm-hmm. Parliament supposed to be the most supreme body of the arms of government.
Okay.
If things not they work now the country, one way we'll go take local initiative for get things started for work. Now for talk to the parliamentarians. Let them know say there is a pressure group where they tell them say we want you to do this, please.
So this make I ask a question now. You know, the parliament, you know, when we talk about the parliament, you get composition of the SLPP, the APC, NGC, and the C4C. You think then go give you attention, especially with the kind of, you know, speaker where we get, the kind of deputy speaker, especially where we get?
Where there is a way, there is always going to be a will.
It's not going to end up for being saying.
I go talk like big man.
Okay.
But I want to show you, say, if we want for pressure parliament for work, then we go do them.
Okay.
We have the strategies, we have the instruments.
Okay.
But we not go talk to them by force. Because we not believe in the use of force. According to some of the things that we understand, you cannot change a situation using the thinking we cause the situation for happen.
Okay.
I modify a saying of Albert Einstein. The things we make Sierra Leone wrong today now because people then they use force na me. I go do it here, not to that we want use. But if we need for use them, we go use them quietly, forget parliament for begin function as parliament.
Okay. All right.
That much I can assure you.
The next thing inside on our release, basically, get for do with waiting and call polarized justice system. But I go left that one day for IS for coming inside on that. Yeah. For let we rub more inside that day. Because of that, they jump small one and go into waiting and call suppression of freedom of expression. They really suppress the way how people they express themselves.
Yes. There is suppression of freedom of expression.
Okay.
And I will give you a tangible example. I will talk a little bit from a professional point of view because I get training in information technology.
Okay.
Cyber law, they're not a make them for protect individuals or governments. Then they make cyber law for protect the interests of the private citizen. Basically, now we get what they call an electronic governance system in the world. Mm-hmm. I can use my credit card for buy online. They use like what you they use Zoom, so we they talk. We get limits and responsibilities they more get for observe. We not go come online, can sit down the damage person in character. Or can begin to use insulting word. This is the reason for cyber law. Protecting the privacy of the individual or protecting the integrity of institutions. But if you can make a law where basically now for protect certain class of people from criticism, then you are limiting freedom of expression. And as far as the Salon cyber law go, that is exactly what it was made for. So they cannot deny it. There is freedom of expression. The fact that you get for begin check what in they circulate on social media, you get for intimidate people that if you circulate this, we go do you that. If we know your number, that now limits to freedom of expression. I go want to let me brother Seth Kainside and this small as a lawyer. Let it discuss them from the legal angle. Me don't tell you on the information technology angle.
Okay. So yes, IS.
Yes.
We basically talk about freedom of speech. Yeah, freedom of expression, and then it be just they talk about the cyber. You know, you get a lot of laws them where they don't put in place. Apart from the cyber, you get the IMC code of practice, for example, for the media. Yeah, where they tell you, say, IMC they determine when you perform or not for give you license back after every 1 year. Where, in my opinion, simply means say, like where we do so right now with the operate television station, if we know they talk about waiting the government select for we they talk about when we want to go renew a license, we know we'll get them. You know, you talk about the social media, for example. At one point they even ask the caretaker BO even ask the IMC for the actually monitor waiting to happen at the social media, especially the WhatsApp and other side them, for make sure say then take total control of them things there. So legally, this now the cyber law, because according to them, waiting them they hide under again now that okay, we see people in the cyber bully, we see other things then internet theft and all of them things then they from your legal point of view, how you see the way how we handle freedom of expression right now in the country?
A lot of things then the way they happen in our country, including components of the provisions of the cyber law, is very unconstitutional. But people not get the guts for take up on government and check them on the unconstitutionality of certain provisions of the law. Now, the constitution where we get in our country give everybody the right for expressing self freely, no matter what. But the regulatory authority in a salon is seen for concentrate only on people that were licensed for practice journalism. And that is the unfortunate thing where even people that were for the talk, they concentrate on. So for example, Mr. Jamboria, they talk about regulation. They used to talk about the media being regulated so they can get rights for renewed license or not. What about a group like we had? We're not registered with the IMC. What about other people, the individuals, where they use social media as bloggers? So those people are not protected, those people are not covered. And when government violate their rights, they need to account for that kind of thing there, because they only concentrate on what they happen to journalists. So that when the president they talk, they say, "I not jail no journalists for freedom of expression." But what about individuals like Michael Mansare, who was arrested on journalists of something where in belief freely expressed, say XY thing happened during this particular period, and that was a statement of fact to everybody know. But because he angers somebody else feel uncomfortable with that, then go arrest them.
Not only no, you see, we see one other SLPP, somebody in Kenima, the act of Kenima, when they talk about waiting, he thinks say the president, the caretaker, and in West don't do, where sinful way he feels say it go against people in the country.
He was arrested.
Yes.
Yeah. So all of those people, people that they focus on them. They don't focus on the media. Oh, the media, they don't decriminalize libel. What about the people that were not governed by the media code of practice and ethics? What about those other people where they enjoy their own right as Leoneans? So the government, if the government get right for seize your phone as an individual and use what they get inside there against you in a criminal trial, that is unconstitutional. It's as simple as that. It's unconstitutional. Mr. Jamboria emphasized just now what the essence of cyber security. Cyber safety and cyber security, it focus on protecting individuals' rights. Yeah. It is not so much about the state. It's for individuals, for promote commerce and make sure say people are able for trade safely. People are able for transact safely. So you're not going to use your own technology for steal people their intellectual property or assets through the web. That's what it mean. And then they criminalize certain aspects of them. But what they do now, we don't expand them to a certain level, and the enforcement, and even though some of the provisions they seem to be in line with what they happen in other country, the way they enforce in our country, it completely out of place. And that's a serious concern. So, but I hope say in the future, people they go take down the up and make sure say then challenge them. It's very unconstitutional.
Okay. In the press release, let's take you go backward, small bits no more, because I be really the left that one day for you. We basically get one other thing where they talk about polarized justice system. Book and don't for we first, but let everybody understand. I stay with me?
I think so, go off a
little bit. Yeah, it'll go and carry very busy. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go to you. Yes, book and for we let people understand.
Go over it again, sir.
Okay, we get inside the press release. One side where they talk about after the police brutality, they will talk about this polarized justice system. You know, for posting for understand better one. What will they talk about?
Well, as far as making interpreter as a layman, me not a lawyer. What anyway they try for say is the justice system will get is selective. It's selective in the sense that who you be, who you connect with, now they get certain amount of justice. Who you not be, who you not connect with, you get another amount of justice. And of course, we see again this approach or this kind of system, then they use them even when they deal with certain individuals. An example, now the case of Mohamed Kamarimba Mansare.
Please.
This man has been held for a very long time. where we don't know what in really not the crime or the man commit. It's an allegation. Yes, we all know say rape is a serious crime. But has this been proven in court? Why don't you give the man bail? Then say, therefore keep and day because he's a flight risk. But can a political party leader be a flight risk in a country? Man, when they lead a political party, can he be a flight risk in a country? Secondly, recently we heard of a case of murder where involved somebody who is not chairman of the ruling party. He was held for a few hours and released. After that, we know hearing nothing.
Okay, the police being come
This
out.
is not just example of polarized justice.
And that may be unfortunate because the police, instead, I think so outside this thing begin, even before they take over office, yeah, we be hearing a statement from the First Lady right now, yeah, where it talks say, now only that na SLPP na in a true Sierra Leonean.
Well, that's not so easy.
Eh?
That's so easy. Myself hearing that
yes, indeed, not to just say, it actually happened that way. Yeah?
That's see, for what example, we call Michael, polarized justice.
Yes, Michael they arrest him, for example, for just say something way and write something. But it comes to Prince Adin, they're not doing nothing. We go to Camaremba, an allegation, he didn't praise him, close to 2 years now they go so. We commode. Even inside the party, within the SLPP, you get people away, but you see the police come out finally and talk, say, even with the pathologist autopsy results, even with the doctor's report, even with the first report where the police then get, at the end of the day, they say they not get any evidence to that. Because of waiting. This is the head of the SLPP we talk about. And
now we don't deal with the issue of polarized system.
Unfortunately, I did on side now. I'm not going to watch my video.
No problem.
With respect to the selective justice, I think say now one of the biggest problems our country don't face right now, and a lot of people don't know who side salon problem they come out. Well, me want for use this opportunity and platform for tell Sierra Leone and say the problem. What the grumble say job now the country poor. People they suffer. The major problem in the crisis is created by the injustice within our country. Because the people where they come for what get money for can spend, for can invest in our country, they are all foreigners. The ordinary salon where they will get small business where they turn, they're still there, but the hardship is there. Yeah. So if we want to attract a lot of people them where they count money for can invest and employ people them, then for be other people where they come outside the country. So if your justice system is so weak, it's so selective, and it's so bad, foreigner they can your country. So it makes sure say what now they do now that it make the country stagnated. It make the country, the young people will not get opportunity for get employment. The country not able to get attract investment. Because investor for can't put in money on side. It get for sure say if somebody owe money, he able go to court and get justice. Quick one. If here somebody gets misunderstanding, able for trust the judiciary, for make them dispense justice, or for make them protect the investment. If you not get that one day, believe you me, no matter how much bribe you bribe, no matter how much trip you fly, no matter anything where you do conference on investment here and there, nobody will come. Nobody. Because as soon as they do their due diligence, then find out about how our justice system they administer in our country. Then go say, that country, they're not a safe country. So that's not the biggest problem. But just so I come back to the main point where just talked just now about John Paul and the SLPP chairman, Dr. Harding. Me see an advice will come out from the Attorney General office. When they investigate Dr. Prince Harding and his security. And the advice say, there is sufficient evidence. This is after the investigation.
Yes, for let them charge them. Yes.
The Attorney General said there is sufficient evidence for make them charge Dr. Prince Harding and his security for murder and incitement to murder. Imagine, this is not the biggest crime in the country. What will happen, what will not happen? Pass you tell me. Dr. Prince Adi in case not go no side. He not go no side.
Not chairman.
That's other thing that not they happen. What thing they happen? Then they select who that, then they prosecute. Yeah. If you now part of government, or you don't know party, you don't know your area, you know, or you people are able to talk to who that in the party or who that in the area. Believe me, inside salon today, if they do anything, you go scot-free. And it look like say now one of the things now and they don't divide the country more.
Yeah. Because
a set of people and they whether they feel safe for even mingle with other people in the country. They just believe say the protection or the law the way they now for just a set of people. And they set of people and they don't assume say the country now then get up. So then they violate other people their rights. They don't even care.
And this link we again to what you call lack of national cohesion and peace.
Now, when injustice then at the country, how you go get cohesion? National cohesion? I just don't tell you that you don't talk. You don't use you know English word you use. Me not Creole me talk.
Yes, one word, unity.
You don't make some people and they feel say they're not safe. The other people then feel comfortable. And then people that they feel safe and comfortable, then feel say now they get the country. Then other people that then they assume now say the other people and they look there like I said they're not foreigner there. They are not we not to say hello man, we not other people there.
Well, the first lady may don't talk.
And this is a serious problem. And especially when they come out from the top statement they like all the SL people from the top, they follow inside the country. I want national cohesion and unity. But that kind of thing, any kind of commission where you establish, any kind of commissioner where you appoint, now for nothing, now just salary they give them. Because if I not feel safe for talk to you, another kind of you commission safe for can't talk. Yeah. I have to be confident that if I go to the commission and talk, you go listen to me, and I go get a fair hearing, and then everything will go well, I will get justice. If I not feel say you not possibly competent for determining that day, now waste of time, I will go waste
time. So
since
you talk about salary and just set up things for nothing, and we understand, yes, then we don't set up this national cohesion in secretariat for long term now, but you don't ever hear about any activity of them?
No, I know say a lot of people and some people and they will be appointed where where people that don't talk say then decline the appointment. Some other people and they take the appointment and then they are the commission. I see one day, I think there was the executive secretary, Mr. Lahai Mawasabi, for a long time ago, I'll be there in civil society activism. Very respectable guy. But you see them get and then the count experience. If they not get fair hand for do what they do with liberty, for me, they're able to determine some things on the basis of the facts and how they guide themselves to apply the law, all in a waste of time.
Yeah.
A lot of Leoneans they believe say, thank you. A lot of Leoneans they believe say, now waste of time, a waste of resources, now they pay.
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much. Even the caretaker himself, we don't talk about one thing. Say we always divide along political, tribal, and regional line. So that they just don't show say now talk no more, but not a reality. Yeah, they do not a missing part. Now the missing part of the old cohesion what they talk about, the one word or the unity or the one the for let we go come together. All right, please, you already watch me right now. Not forget to hit the like button and share the program so more people will benefit from this. Today we're inside the program and we talk to Usman Jalo Jamboya. I get that right?
Boy.
Okay, Boy Jalo Jamboya, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then we get Ishmael
Ibrahim
Sohi Kuruma. Okay, thank you very much. Ibrahim Sohi Kuruma.
Don't worry about the names. It's just an identity.
Yes, still I need to give people let me name them.
Now we character matter.
Important. Ibrahim Sohi Kuruma, we're a lawyer and public policy consultant or specialist, and as well a member of the advisory committee na the Sierra Leone Diaspora Unity Campaign, together with Boy Jamboria. All right, please, we go now to something where one of the most recent things that will come up. In January, we be here at one point when the caretaker, Marabio bin talk say, then they decide for go look into the constitution. But the formation of the committee will look into the white paper of the previous government, till they reach into conclusion for put together their own white paper. We not hear it until we hear it in the launch. Okay, now una put this inside the press release. Una get concern. Una get things them way una highlight inside this press release. And one of them I just summarize here, where they just pick people that for Dede. And even we are in civil society like the Marcela Samba, for example, don't they say they feel disappointed because they not get any idea of who stand and set up this committee and who that and Dede because they left them out. And we get understanding, Mrs. F as at the talk, then send the way me na been journalist na BBC Media, for example. We do a lot of debates all around the country, forget people and views them into this thing. We work out with the chairperson by then, when at the late Justice Cowan, for able to explain to people, get views from people them where them put inside it. And plenty people them been be part of this. I think about 80 man committee members them, including journalists, civil society, different, all walks of life. I can make them so. And then come up with white paper. This white paper, after that, they at the end. But now, we don't see, say, they don't really come back, say, and they put together white paper. But now, with lesser points, or with something a little bit different. Tell me waiting on a concern with regards this white paper we then just pull in January on the Constitution of Salon.
You want to come on?
Yes, I think you'll be active.
Yeah, I go come on, then the lawyer go can deal with them on the legal side. Government is continuity. Some policies there, some arrangements then they were governments and we don't do them years ago, but the government where they now get an obligation for continue with them. When the war done, one of the institutions where them been formed now be Truth and Reconciliation Commission. The Truth and Reconciliation Commission been take a look at the 1991 Constitution what they use now. They make certain recommendations as to how for make that Constitution day better so that it will make every Sierra Leonean feel say I belong. Because one of the findings with them come out with is that there was selective governance and selective justice. Now be one of the grudge will lead we to that war. So one of the recommendations say, let we do a constitutional review.
Yeah, you did. We did.
Okay. Something pop up now, you make us feel say I go off. And because of that, because Pakaba not be able for put together a team for do that, he pass them on to the next government of Anes Baikoroma. Anes Baikoroma select a commission headed by Justice Cowan. As you rightly say, una go all over the country, una do all what you not get for do, una talk to the common man. Let him know say now this one do for we all benefit. Then put together a paper, a set of recommendations where they been present to the last president. Of course, according to what I get for understand, the last president been one for do what in this government, they do so now, around 2017. But the international community advised say, you are very close to election, leave it for the next government. And of course, again, civil society will be very active that day. They all come on board for say, let them left the constitutional review for the next government. This government don't come, they don't do 3 years. Towards the end of the term, they don't come say, we don't come with a white paper. And when you look at the white paper, it is more green than white.
What do you mean?
Because what you no more get for benefit them, now then select say, law go pass on a parliament. One of the things where a constitutional review process being recommended was that the whole constitution itself should be dealt with as a unit, as a document, passed through parliament, then the people then go into a referendum. That process, this white paper no address, then just select here and there, make things the way they no say go be to their advantage, then go read them. But if I reach there, I go left first, let me lawyer talk, because he know more about that area than me.
Yes, come in.
All right, so the concern of the Diaspora Unity Campaign with regards to the white paper is simple. I think tonight Mr. Jamboria, Jalo Jamboria don't talk about. We believe say governments in and out, then get one responsibility and for make life better for people them, what they serve. Not so for can make their own life comfortable whilst then they in government. It's to make lives better. And one of the recommendations of the TRC and all the other people that will be the help Salo in the peace efforts. And for make sure say people that will be aggrieved, will be get concerned about human rights, about political rights, about the exercise of power, then people and they address their own concerns as well. So the constitutional review process now part of that day for solve the problem once and for all. So everybody gets involved. And the 80-man committee would have been set up where Justice Cowan be head. Now just that process, every sector of the country be involved. Everybody been get a voice. Everybody will be get concerned, including the individuals. They invite them. County concern, we incorporate them. That was what happened. When the white paper come out of them, now they get me?
Yeah, will they get you clear?
When the white paper come out of them, the concerns of civil society, political parties, and some members of the international community was that it was already late for MEC, then push through this constitutional review process because the items them where the government then been select, people that mean look at, like I say, now items then now and then from the recommendation they will look favor the incumbent during an election year or 2 years to elections. So therefore, enough for look, it go look disadvantageous to the other political parties. So let them just left after elections, then they pursue them. So the idea was the new government for them prioritize a constitutional review process, taking from whose side the last man left. Unfortunately, the initial signs they will be get, when people then begin call say, well, now we don't get new government, not push through the constitutional review process, not done them. It was all shut down. Yeah. Allegations here and there about bribery, about who for talk, who they not shut up, and then kind of then they all happen. But that's besides the point. 1 year to the end of President Bio, 1 year, 3 months in term.
So
it said they count constitutional review.
This make our ask a
and then the white paper.
This make our ask a question. Before this government come in, according to you, Boy Jamboya, you said they don't know them be advised for let the last government left the white paper or the constitutional review process until then after the election. But yes, but now we don't see say just 1 year, few months for let we go to an election, they don't take them back. So waiting at this game.
Well, the game they already play and I know more able to explain them. Because if the last government been there 2 years to election and say left this thing for the next government, you get less than 1 year, 6 months. You they come for say for do constitutional review. Now you know you game where you want play. But as far as we see the game, this game not correct. Because what and select say for can't change. Now all day in them favor. 50 plus 1.
Tell me about this 50 plus 1. Let me understand fine.
You know, to make her they laugh where I tell you. It's the surest and easiest way to rig an election in Sierra Leone.
Please tell me more.
With the kind political division and polarization.
You always done the break and down for we, for let the average man understand. Average man like we, let we understand. So please, this is very important because we don't understand. 50 plus 1, yeah? Explain so we find. Let me understand.
What it mean is, if you get 4 million
voters
registered, if the 2 or more candidates then go into voting for the presidency, the one we manage for make the highest vote plus 1 vote above the other one, 9 win.
Okay, let's ask this question. Let's understand. Because I want me family members they as well understand. We know say in any election now the country, when they go the first pool, it's not easily anybody get 50% of the total vote cast, the valid vote. Right?
Yes.
So, but in this case, even if a candidate, for example, gets 36%, then the other one get 30%, or they'll two get like 36. Okay, let's put it into percentage. Don't put it into figures. This get 1,300,000. This get 1,299,000. It means say the one with 1,300,000 don't win.
Yes. By how then they talk. That word 50 plus 1 is just a word. It's not according to the numerical percentage.
So okay, let's look at this.
It's according to the number of people who vote, who get the highest votes.
Let's look at this other way. Now, like how that means the presidential election will get for be like how the council or parliamentary elections are like.
Yeah, virtually. That's what you get for be. Enough rule out say they're not going to get reason for go to a runoff. You know, rule out completely. Because if you look at the realistic case, if you get 5 or 6 presidential candidates, or let we say, all the political parties, they all they contest, they all get them presidential candidates, they all get votes, then we imagine say the votes them equally shared amongst them, then there will be reason for a runoff. But knowing the political climate now we country, that now 2 parties then always they carry the major vote, this 50 plus 1, they tell we in a simple way say, when the 2 major political parties them, they all get 1 vote above the other and 9 win. So it's an easy way to rig election. We don't see what's going to happen in by-elections. We don't see figures them when they publish. We get a lot of questions. So if this 50 plus 1 become the legal mandate, then it's easy for say, okay, constituency so, sometimes 5,000 people, they then for just put 0 on the 5,000, it's on 50,000.
Like what happened at
then 50 plus 1 is applied. Who do they go cry to? We get for kick against them till then day.
But wait, before all of them things they also come into reality, I think this not some things that we will get for go through parliament or
yes
or we get what we call how you call this thing where then the votes call them referendum please.
No, the white paper no make provision for anything we get for go to referendum.
So
and if we are going, let me just make this point, sir. Please. That's a very serious point you don't come with. If we are going to go into any constitutional change, we go be for the benefit of Sierra Leone. We for look at all the things that will go make the people of Sierra Leone feel safe for being Sierra Leoneans. And that means we for come with everything we're going to even lead the people to a referendum. But this white paper, according to the white paper, none of the issues then they non get need for going to referendum, except otherwise if Parliament cannot come to a decision. If Parliament simply agree on them things then they and pass them, then vote on them, then there is no need for referendum.
Then it's dangerous than what we see.
It's very dangerous.
Because
it's a dangerous. It's a recipe for disaster.
Look at what happened, for example, with regards to the census.
Yes.
The other party they not agree, they end up for faith, and at the end of the day, then table them in the absence of the other party then, and then pass them. Now we get them. So
in fact, it was never tabled before Parliament.
Sorry.
That census thing was never tabled before Parliament.
Well, whatever way they table them, according
they're
to them,
not table them. Let we get them clear. It's time these guys begin to understand that they cannot continue to take the people of Sierra Leone as idiots. Parliament gets a tradition that the mess of Parliament for be present. It no matter who's building, then can say to the logo Parliament na Boijalo in Pala na Norway. But if they get for all Parliament na Mipala, the mess, that stuff, where the sergeant at arms they go with, if always there. At the time when they went to Bintuman, it was not there. So it was not Parliament sitting, it was a gathering of politicians.
But now we look at this. Even as you don't talk so, but then still go ahead with the process.
Well, these are some of the things that make Diaspora Unity Campaign exist. These are the issues we'll get for put
you know the reason
on.
why I ask this now? Because I foresee say it go get for be like this again. In all of this white paper.
You see, they would do those things and go scot-free before now. But I want to assure you, say, as our lawyer IS Kuroma don't talk, sorry, don't drop off because he get for take care of him picking them. I think he will go walk.
Okay.
You understand? But our lawyer IS don't say the aim of the Diaspora Unity Campaign now for serve as an efficient pressure group where things are not right, they are not right. We cannot accept it. We are all moral stakeholders to the Republic of Sierra Leone. And some of we get more vested interest than the one they wish you don't now. They eat free copper. So we no go take them. We go talk to the international community, we go talk to the parliamentarians. And of course, as I tell you, the parliamentarians, I tell you, say I go talk like big man. We go talk to them in a way where they go understand we. Okay?
Okay.
We go talk to them in a way where they go understand we. Then go no say we say your interest there at stake. So let us do it. We don't pass that stage for joke with the destiny of Sierra Leone. We don't pass there. Don't begin to take our country serious. Sierra Leone can be the richest country in Africa. We get the potentials. But not to that we they talk today. Today, let's talk about what we go do, let we make we country stable. Like our lawyer say, if we get a justice system where they function, if we get a governance system where people then trust, I swear to God, we no need for pay plane campaign investors. Now investors, they go saloon. Take it from me, I'm telling you as a fact.
Let's put on this, let people understand. That mommy gets very fine cookery where they sell. Even where it's small, I can make reference, for example, Belgium. Yeah, even when the cookery is small, because it's fine.
Equality and clean. People let them go.
Go for now.
Not all minerals them, not all minerals them. People then they go for a salon.
And when you go in the wash pan, you take all the condition where they give you. And
yes.
you eat.
Yes. You see, one mistake where they make nas alone, we feel say because we get diamond, we get gold, we get bauxite, we get this, we get that. Now with the research until we go get oil.
Yeah.
Now that's get for make investors go, no, we are wrong. South Korea not get pin, but South Korea is a developed economy. What in do? The governance system create trust. And what in they bring trust? Now when we allow the institutions and the systems for operate.
Okay, let's pull you back and take you back still inside this white paper and election because it's very key. We go now to the election year and the electioneering process by right supposed for don't start right now for let we see things then they happen. But let we go into one thing where they inside the white paper again and when I one of our concern, there's a proportional representation. Where you get for do with the parliament. Tell me more about this. How this system they work. You know, what to make on a concern about time, please. Like you use for the broken back lay, we all understand.
I'll tell you now from my own experience, because the country where they and the whole of Scandinavia are proportional representation than they use. When I say proportional representation, every political party in every constituency, in every municipality or whatever, then get a list of candidates where then they present. Some parties go produce 10, some go produce 20, some go produce 30. But in that list, then get the hierarchy, where then they put the candidates from one to the last one. And if the party now win the election at that constituency, candidate number one, now they go represent the party. But the other candidates
Sorry. I don't know if na me one, but I did miss something. Please, rewind again and tell me something again. When did you talk about if you say the party now win at that area day? Tell me
the constituency.
The constituency, yes.
The candidate were in name there at the top, where they say now this now the key candidate or the main candidate. Mm-hmm. If now for go na the council, now they go na the council. If now for go na parliament, now they go na parliament. But all the other people them in the list, they equally they function as elected members. That means then they find duty for them for perform. When they elect me 2 terms now in municipal council. 2011 to 2015, then 2015 to 2018. When they elect me, then me do them on the basis say, let we get somebody from outside we not to Norwegian we'll go bring in for integrate the other people there they come, because Norway we don't begin to take a lot of foreigners. Okay? Mm-hmm. And when they elect me, the first one, my name be the 20-something. But what did they do? Then put me in a gender and equality committee, na the municipal council. Not to mean I've been the councillor, but I was in the gender and equality committee. They're not going to pay me salary for that. But I had duties to perform. Where anytime I perform there, I go meeting, then they pay honorarium or sitting fee. Yeah. Okay? The second time, my name come up the list, then I still continue in the same committee. Why? Because then we look and say, this man understand with system. Some of these people coming with their wives, they're having problems. So it was like I was doing a kind of therapy job. Okay? And I did my best by the grace of God. Mm-hmm. If we look at how that system they operate, where they find duty for everybody for do. Then you look, say the Huawei name the number 1, they go represent. Then look at with society for God's sake. the kind culture and mentality we'll get. You think say that system they work in a salon? I don't give you the basic practical side of the system. You think say that system they go work? Who say you go get duplication of authority in a constituency? Not to hala then they bring so within parties.
I hope so people they try to understand.
Tijam Kaba been try at the time of the 1996. Why they say MPRC been try at the time of the 1996.
During the James Jonah election.
Yes. I think I don't know if then do am back 2002 because me not been this salon again.
No, I think that time they not be the only time. 2002, I'm not sure say na by there. Let me start my mind.
I was not in Sierra Leone by then. I was
by
in Guinea.
The constituency, then we don't begin doing now. Yes, 2002 self na by zone. Yes, then we do it again.
Okay. But then see the kind of, anything, politics. Now, want you get for understand about politics. Politics get for go with your culture. It get for go with your beliefs. The kind culture will get in a salon. This authority system will get in a salon. And not get place for collective governance like proportional representation.
Okay.
And not get place for that. There'll be too many overlaps. But you are when you get one candidate when a councillor where they represent a council. You get another candidate when are the member of parliament. They attend the councillor in ward in at the same constituency like the member of parliament. Then they bang it. So tell me, imagine say you get a situation who say the councillor now from SLPP. Then you get the member of parliament now from APC or some other party. Then we get proportional representation. Not to gang warfare would they invite now the country.
Okay.
A gang warfare.
Right.
You know, people there within the same parties, Ben, will they get friction in authority? I'm not going to talk now if you get two parties within the same constituency, one at lower and the other at higher level. Proportional representation may happen in Sierra Leone, but not right now. We not get the political maturity for them. We not get them. Now, a society where the people and they think democratic, a society where the people and they think say we all equal, now they then system they work. Not a society who say God they mark. Because alone now God they mark all things. God they mark a few for better, they have the majority for unlucky. That God only exists in Sierra Leone, not in the rest of the world. So if you go bring proportional representation into the matrix, you they bring room for disaster.
All right, we don't talk and go, we don't talk and come. I don't know. Now a question I will ask you, that not for the public anyway. With you want let we allow views from the public in terms of calls?
Yes, yes. This is democracy.
All right, let's just see quick. What I can do?
Now we get people them views.
Yes.
This is a democracy.
Let's see what we can do. But before that day, as we wait for let's set up that system they quickly. The question now they ask you. Above all this, at the bottom of this particular release, or the things that we they talk about so, on the call for the citizens, parliamentarians, and other meaningful people then actually kick against this particular white paper.
Yes, right? Yes.
Okay.
Because in order to represent two things. One, in order to represent the political well-being of the country, they represent a few people their interest.
Okay.
Two, in order to represent the aspirations and the purpose where they may set up the Justice Cowan Constitutional Review Commission for. Let nobody not give you excuse say it is more economical to do it in piecemeal. It is more economical to stop wasting our money flying on private jets. And more economical in the long term, if we create a situation in Sierra Leone where social justice and social equity go prevail, everybody feels say we belong. Everybody go able to participate and produce, pay more taxes. Everybody go feel free for do what you get for do within the law, where economy go grow. Some of we sit down here, we get what you want go do now country. We no want go there for go join politics, but sometimes what you go do go make a much more bigger difference than politics. But if the country not safe, I cannot go there.
Okay, I think it makes a whole lot of sense. It makes a whole lot of sense. So, that gets me to see if I can able for get a few calls then for come inside quickly. Let's just see if I can do that quickly. Yeah, let's see. Please, and don't forget for hit for the like button, share the program, so you go able for other people go able for benefit from this particular show we do so right now. So please not forget for hit for the like button and share the program for we. Yeah. The program where you listen to this one na we are my name na Sembepe, the freedom fighter. Okay, so we go quickly. Let's see what's in there on the line for we. Quickly, let's see what's in there on the line for we. If we can get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Come on. Let's see if we can get few calls then for come inside. Okay. Please just let me hold on quick one, so let's take this short break. Let's just take the short break and then come later for can take you calls them already. So in the meantime, let's just take this let me see. Short music.
True story. Rest in peace, DJ Clef. Yeah, man. Now your brother, man. Comrade Alpha. BBSLS. Ebo. LSC when a killer. Now not free soul. Shameless SLPP government.
Na be your government, na the PLC the killer. Na SLPP government, na the PLC the killer. What's DJ Kelfala? Justice, yeah. Why you there for free? Me for fair justice. DJ Kelfala, hospital, why you there for free? I'm going a killer. Why you there for cool and day? When I'm not, why you there for fly with? When I'm Batman, we see justice.
It depend me. Where they see, LSC they post na social media. Hey, don't kill with brother, cut some. Just like a beef by the party chapan. LSC, you na killer. Come on before we go, you na killer. They're pulling up at them because you.
Hey, sorry, I think we can get to continue with the rest of the program. So what we do now, we go now on the line. Let we start for see if we can get calls them where they come inside from young family members them we actually don't follow the program. We take some calls them from family members them we don't follow the program. If you get any question where you want to ask, feel free. But please when you call, make sure say you reduce the volume of your set. And make sure say you actually go straight to the point. You just get 2 minutes for add your voice inside the program. Just 2 minutes for making points inside this particular program. Yeah, so now that we want for do. Let me see the number then on the screen now. For you, we want for add your voice inside the program. The number then on the screen for you go able for call and add your voice inside the program. One more time, this is the program where we call we add. We just choose for take a few calls them inside the program. So no wait for the last minute too, because we know they give bonus call today. Yeah, so you can call and add your voice inside the program. Yes, I'll come with you briefly inside. IS don't come right?
Yes.
Yes. Welcome again.
Sorry about that. I'll be there on side out of
No, we can understand. We don't get a gist.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me something. With the kick against, well, people kick against the white paper.
Yeah, because it's simple. Now two things. The argument as a Diaspora Unity campaign now that one, the same situation we've been there in 2017, and the same situation we're in now. That is to say, the government who they in power, they left 1 year for them. So why they want for select few aspects of the recommendations and go to Parliament, say, una approve this one, law amend the Constitution. Where the same situation will happen in 2017, where everybody be the holler say, no, when our government now 1 year don't left for now, I try come out now. This was in 2016 though. When I left now, what the next one coming go do? But the second thing is, we believe, say, selecting few of the recommendations and go Parliament say, now amend the Constitution by that kind of thing. It don't defeat the purpose for the constitutional review itself. Because the problem, now a whole problem, it is not partial, not so in parts. The problem not so in parts. So for example, if you try for choose, say, okay, Lord do solution for this part, don't left the other one, because that's what the president say. He said the other one, he didn't touch him at all. He didn't come close to him. Because one come close to him and say, if you want this one way, easy for do for him, now you want to do now. So a problem part solved is a problem not solved.
Mm-hmm.
We have arguments now that the review, constitutional review recommendations where Justice Kawan and his team be make, now a whole package. So the national conversation therefore be around that package, that whole recommendation, then they go Parliament, then the people's representative discuss them and see waiting for happen with them. It is either Parliament, either the government wholly accept them or wholly reject them. We'll get a new process.
Yeah.
But for can select few things, they say, look, go push this or allow left them. When mean say the government of this government, President Beyond government, don't want to get the people involved at all. What do you make us say so? First of all, it don't select a committee on the own. It don't involve stakeholders. It don't involve the party them. It don't involve outside person. We don't create a lot of criticism, even amongst supporters of the government. Say, the constitutional review recommendations of the committee where Justice Kawan be the head, it was a national committee where include everybody, including members of the opposition parties, civil society, and other stakeholders. But this select committee where President Biochu, now it's not a state house. The one the way he thinks, they think like a E. Now he bring them come. Basically, members of the government, people that would advise them, he say, when I select this, now would they go talk about? Now he would they go try for push. That's not solve the
before this term, in my opinion, after we most Sierra Leone don't suffer with the process, then it just don't go end up on a shelf. Like maybe they blame the former caretaker and it's by Kumasi. For we don't do more than waiting, we they expect so. Because if them be don't able for do something, then we not for being there with this kind of that right now where then they play with me.
Well, I'll answer you that question, Lee.
Sorry?
The same situation what we did so now the same situation the last government we did. They were trying to rush up for beat the time against the election and come out with a selected group, selected items of the recommendations of Justice Kawan and team. Now people they vex. They say no. Why they do so? They say the whole recommendation now for bring camp. Either it accepts at all, we go put them before Parliament or not. In fact, self an attempt not they don't now.
You forget about that.
You forget what the next person in the can do. You understand the argument?
Yeah, I get them. I understand.
Argument if it applicable to that situation, then
it's more applicable now.
What's different from this particular situation? That's now your position. But secondly, the manner in which government and President Bio in particular talk about the selected recommendations they have for push through, we believe that as a diaspora unity campaign, it was intended to exclude Leoneans from taking part in the constitutional review process. And I think that is important to this discussion about a white paper or no white paper. Why President and the government want to remove citizens, other citizens, whether they're in government, why you want to exclude them from the constitutional review process? It defeats the entire the intention of the constitutional review. We believe that everybody gets a voice. Everybody been there, now everybody been come together. So if you want to select few, not assume say you want to select few. People then get for say yes, okay, we agree, let's select few. Not left this, not get new constitution, not get past amended constitution.
All right.
But that is not
so I'll beg for all you the quick one, and let we start for see or listen to what people them get for say, right?
Let's finish this one quick.
Okay, all right.
Even though governments normally, now the government of the day, now they can look at the recommendation and say, okay, will they accept this one or do they accept this one? But the people's representative get a voice because government on the own not able to amend the constitution. Now members of parliament, now parliament no more able to amend the constitution. And the constitution is split into two. What do I mean? Part of the constitution there where once you get 2/3 majority of the members of parliament, you're able to amend them. An example that they are bound. For example, sometime in 2015, 2016, parliament will come together, both opposition and ruling party, for amend the constitution and change the qualification of a speaker. Because nobody not get right, no government not get right for amend constitution, pass parliament itself. So all the parties then unanimously, they come together, they say, we don't want judge. Somebody when they not elect. Let can be speaker again. Again for me, somebody who don't serve that. So that's so the process day. But the other important thing is that when government just select, say, okay, now then so we believe say for go through now, it still get responsibility for can go parliament. So we they put pressure on parliament and all citizens of the country for put pressure on the members of parliament for say, one, we want to be part of this constitutional review. Now we continue for be part of it. Number two, this parliament not for agree for amend the constitution in part. The selected few where president and government don't go choose because we are not involved. Now that's two things.
So the question where I be asked, Boy Jamboria, now with regards, going to parliament and parliament agree for the parliament agree or not agree for this particular white paper. Because we don't see, like I say, and then pass, the census where Boy Jamboria say no, they not pass them because they may not been there na the table, then just get their own set of waiting and do. But me fairness now, if they're going to parliament, we don't see not to the first in this. We see like the APC NGC, then quick for waka do. Yeah, it go register na book say they don't work a common do, but them people are not the listener. As long as they want to do something, they can do them. And if they tower too much and use the police them as usual.
Well, you see, there are certain times where I agree with you. And I also tell you, say, that's why Unity Campaign don't already reach out to the leadership of the opposition parties them na parliament. Already on subject matter, on this particular subject. And we continue.
Sorry. Just the opposition. What about the ruling party?
Because we already know the agenda.
Okay.
The agenda is simple. They want to push through this one where they don't select.
Okay.
And we don't see no way on earth where the members of parliament go against what President Bio say for vote against her. They will not do it. So certain time and they know waste the time for something there.
When I talk to C4C?
All the members of parliament,
All
the leadership of the members of parliament, we don't engage them. And we will continue to engage them. Now, process. Now, we believe, say, the SLDUC, President Bio party, not get 2/3 majority in our parliament. We believe, say, for making able for amend the constitution, for the parts that we not need referendum, it still need members of the opposition parties for supporter. So we believe, say, even if you get all the members of the opposition, or the small opposition, the major party them, C4C, APC, and NGC, we believe, say, we're going to put pressure on them for make them understand, say, the politics of them they happen before is different. And we, the people of the country, of this country, ready for hold them responsible if then make this country become another one-party state. We believe, say, part of the problem will be happen now that all people come together in the past.
Okay, let me ask you this. I don't know how for term this question here, but I'll ask you. It gets to do with the parliamentarians, them, especially the main, the opposition party, the biggest opposition party in the parliament, the APC. In your words, in your opinion, from what you see, you think say then that strong in the parliament, or you think say then that serious in terms of fighting the national cause for the people?
Well, let me tell you, since you asked me your personal opinion,
please.
I don't mean one person where they engage the leadership of the country so many ways, including people where they serve in the President Bio in government. But are close to parliament, because I believe, say, parliament gets responsibility under this particular system where government they listen to people them. And I believe, say, the opposition parties, the APC in particular, they get their own constraints a lot in parliament because, one, by all intents and purposes, all the evidence shows, say, the APC will get majority in the parliament. Mm-hmm. But then the government bulldoze, and we all know the story. Yeah. And remove members of parliament and install a speaker and a deputy speaker. That's the fact. We don't want to go back to that.
All right.
So because the ruling party get a speaker at the time when they are minority in a parliament, what will happen? The speaker then they determine whether they talk in a parliament or whether they talk.
Yes, sit down or not sit down, especially the deputy speaker.
Some of the reasons why we they see violence in parliament, not just because people they want to be rowdy, now because people they feel say their voices are not being heard. They get the opportunity to express themselves, and they are frustrated.
We will come to that to the last part of the discussion. Let's just see if we can get few calls that we don't try for come inside. Yeah, but I don't see several missed calls then they come inside, but please, you can call now. You get the time now, the opportunity. I can still allow you for the continue for talk, but when call come inside, please, I will beg for stop you, and then we move to the callers then, because we want for your ear as well, waiting and get for say. So you where to watch right now, you get the time now for call, the number then at the screen. Please call now, wait for the last time. Let me see the first person we don't come inside and get invoiced at the program. Please reduce the volume of the set where you watch from, please.
Hello?
Yes, how are you? Please just hold on. Are you hearing the calls then?
Yeah, yes. They are hearing from
okay, please. Yes, go ahead, Ahmed.
Yes, thank you very much, MBP. God bless you again. It's good really to have these guys on your panel. Your panelists, Mr. Jallo Jamboria, the other gentleman, not so known, but the follow actually is saying a lot of sense here. You know, actually, when they try, and some of we like when they say we young and they be and for really see changes occur. You know, now this country, when these guys remove this white paper, like you rightly said, you know, then try for, because the past government actually engage people, but like you said, there's a route between Alpha Pula and stuff and base at the time they come to the end. So now, this government, and they see a lot of folks in the media, one of the supporters, and they give them applause, and they give them, and they applaud them for now coming to say change the constitution and the white paper and stuff and that. They don't look at the trajectory. Where are these guys and they come from? Because if you select a few people just to go determine, the whole country. We get for do about we all. And if you say that's the work, my brother. So like what they do, we want for really tell them thinking and how they push some of them in there. What we try for come on the dark ages. What we try for come away from how then Gaia, they are selected few, they are selected elites, they will just want for only at ransom. So then they bulldoze through parliament, then they inject certain things that is not right, and we just all sit down, we just mute, and then we just applaud. And some of them, then they're happy. But this is about the country, it's about a nation, and children yet unborn. So we got to very be careful. Sometimes I really don't know why people put these parties and business ahead, and they see things go the wrong way, and then they tend for support them kind of thing there. So we go as them, they really do well, and we actually with the support with this notion that these guys, for even vote in for this white paper, for this, as far as some of them they close and I would then go change within themselves, and now one for pass and through parliament for when we become a law. It's not right. This country we get for put on streets, and if we get for put on streets, we start now after this government. Believe in me, we hope that the next people coming, then go really learn so much from the social media and some of you now. Because what they try for them, now the right thing that they say, and this is about politics, this is about the country. So I want to say, I have to give now very much thanks for the work that they do, and I want to say, with this forum, we had. Also go for Guna the blessing for making bring come certain people in the wire for can enlighten me, because a lot of people they don't know about them here. They don't talk about the constitution because majority of them they don't know. But some of who will know a bit, we need to come out and educate people in various ways so that they will be able to see exactly where the guy want lead we to. So we will not follow them blindly.
Thank you.
Now that's I guess, bro. Thank you very much.
Okay, the line's still open. You can call and add a voice inside the program. The number then on the screen where you can call and add a voice to WhatsApp, please. We're not going to waste much time. We not get enough time again for hold on to this program because plenty of other people them get for go do their own work. Some people now it's all late to them, and some people them get for go work. So let's just make a quick one so we go able for see what they come out of. And welcome to the program.
Yes, I
we tell God thank you yourself.
To God be the glory.
Okay,
I want to appreciate you and the panelists that we get now the studio, Mr. Jamboria, and of course Mr. Kamara, the lawyer.
Okay. Mr.
Well, Mr. Koma, yes. So this is open. Like I rightly listened within the previous caller call before I say. What we know is we not say government and continuity. But at times, them governments are really calm. Lord check from way after the independence, from 1961 to now. Now just two I will call them normal with the gets. Two sets of governments, people. I hope you understand.
Yeah.
The likes of the APC and the SLDUC. What we know, like how we say the government and continuity. We know no more. No governments, not in another country, a big part of the country. I guess you don't understand what I mean. Fine. Two by constitutional laws. And like Mr. Jamboria rightly said, the parliaments now in the sidom and fix up laws there. There be small one they say, waiting law common parliament. There are times yes, we can make law and change laws. Not so governments where they can't make law and try for impose on people. And Lord get for understand this. Yeah, if we continue for they do this, we need to go no side. Because if you make out today, do something in your own favor, how much number we go come tomorrow? I don't know if it's possible to understand me.
Yeah, please.
Mr. Jamboya, they get me. The lawyer, they get me.
Yes, then they get you clear.
Fine. This one all right. Because like, look at it. State it after 1961 to now. Now, big man now they talk about so now in the country. Or big woman. Granny or grandpa. Take this salon.
Now retirement age that one this one.
Of course. They look at the violence where they go on at the country. Look at all them things there. Some people say don't quiet, and most of them things here and then count the ugly incidents for 11 years roll back. We don't want to go to that kind of system again. We need transformation. For we picking them here to born. Some of who papa and granny and grandpa they don't suffer in another country. Who daddy then can. We self don't can. We self deep and born. How long? Waiting at the story we go for tell picking and tomorrow. Today, we run the command of that small country. You're not gonna say salon wealthy and rich. Now when you make a move and come out. You and I know. But how long we still in the dark days? You get other set of people and because today now they in the governance, then they support evil. What of tomorrow if the government change? These are all issues. These are all issues. Look what's in the happen. It's not good. It's not said well. But there are some people in the out there, Bible, you and I know. Then they see the truth. Then they talk them. Like how the previous scholar say, we they support party than we country. So take them party and color them, put them first, forget about the country. How long some of you they come out to go other people country to go see by example, where they see how they live. You know, where they see private sectors, where they see the health, where they see the education, where they see everything. These
you know
people and they today them.
When you go school,
yes, sir.
Then they give everybody notes na school, na class, ain't it?
Exactly.
All man, okay, most people they copy, but most people again not they study. And when you not study, you know they pass. You know that, ain't it?
You know the pass. When I can disturb exam.
I'm not cut you, but most of we leaders them don't go overseas. Most of them don't go seek asylum and other things. They don't land book all overseas. All of them things then they for can implement and avoid.
This not the thing. This not the thing. And take it with the struggle. Look infrastructure today. Now we the last.
Thank you.
Now we
very
the last.
much.
Countries and they today we all gain independence same time. We gain up before we self, or we gain up before themselves. Look what's happening today. Thank you very much. I like the chance to other people.
Then tell you say na war. Thank you.
I know. Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Let God give you the strength for keep up the good work. Lord, we see what government they change. What you ourselves go do for we. Inshallah. God bless you.
For you, bro. Let's see how we self can test to water if we strong. Welcome to the
Hello.
show.
Yes, me brother. How now you do?
We try for do fine by God in power. How you self?
I tell God thank you.
Okay, please tell me what do you think about the discussion.
The discussion a very good one. Like waiting me last brother be they say this country we don't come a long way with them two party there. I believe say Sierra Leoneans them forget and na their mind say this country and we own not to politicians get them. So they're not for the take we how they want. Now we get for the show and say now we put on a day and now this soon for do for we.
So how we go do
not
that one day?
because
How we go do that one day when the politician know what you want? The politician know say we not able we belly. So when
yes,
election
now
can give you rest.
Now one thing that they like what they say now we all for come together and get one word as they see like then countries like America, England, where they see some certain thing that happen, where they say this you know one time. All everybody they join us together and for fight time. But we see we in Sierra Leone, we all they take things in that tribal lines and political lines or partisan. So I believe say for let this country I go before for pulling idea then we mind say me na SLPP, me na APC, me na PMDC. So then thing and they will pull on our mind if we really want to let this country I go before.
Thank you very much, brother.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, we go again on the line and take another call. Welcome to the show.
Hello, we are.
Yes, please, you did live.
Yeah. Let God bless you now for this program and let God bless you now for this program and Mr. Koroma and Lawyer Kamara for this initiative. Okay. Really, the initiative is really fine and church me. But the only fairness I get now, liability, because the civil society way we get presently in our salon, they really don't want Minister of Defense for government forceful action. Like the news, campaign for good governance.
What do you mean? Make law understand. This looks sweet me.
Now the civil society there now. Now Ministry of Defense
now
for government forceful action.
Now.
Yes, for forceful action. The news, campaign for good governance. You see, they all titles large. So we don't know which side they want they go again. So then they put with the young one there, we they confused because that affects for me towards the government side. This is not the problem. So when you start the program first, when it calls civil society, I'll not be even one listing. Just because normally now this program no they keep me happy right now. We ready salon. That's for sure. So I just continue. It really nice. But we look campaign for good governance. They say talk.
But now they are the defensive now for government forceful action. Minister of Defensive for government forceful action. You see? So waiting me they pray God no more. Let God really help them, let them succeed on this, and let them really be a credible one now this time. Because we say self alone, we don't tire. We really tire for the long suffering. Let God bless you now for which you they do, because now just the give you happiness.
Thank you very much, brother. Wow. Wetin we go do now? Who side we go now? Who side them born with them pepper we? Then the pepper we with kaya and pepper. Alright, these are the few calls that we don't come inside first. Let we go over to we guess them here. And yeah, you waiting and get for say with regards to few. Most of them are just compliments come inside. But Lano, judge quick one and do a conclusion. Please, okay, we get another call. I'll just pick this one quick. Welcome to the show, brother.
Good evening, everyone.
How you do, sir?
Man, I thank all of this panel and Mr. Jamboga and Mr. Koroma.
Okay.
Mr. Jamboga, you mentioned something. Me too, I live in Scandinavia. I live in Denmark. But the reason why you mentioned something earlier about the Scandinavian proportional governance. You know, this structural ruling system, they don't happen before us alone. Because I remember I was small in the age of at least around 9 years. I follow up where they get some counseling election then, and the election will be happening. Although that time Salon have one party state, but at least then they get a way where then they include people them. What they get, I don't know if you remember what they say West 2.
Yes, it's one zone 2, it's one zone 3.
Yes, you know, then they happen. Mm-hmm. But the thing what think of, you know, after this coup will happen 92, Salon lose every aspect of government structure, you know. And if you look into it, the problem with Salon get right now, you know, now more merely the judicial system, the parliamentarian are in the worst na Salon, because for all the trouble they don't pass these 2-3 years where the kind of power, they not do anything for do them waiting with the people. I don't want the votes, but because I don't expand vote. The parliamentarian not do nothing, absolutely nothing for whole each and every individual, whether not matter be when the president, because instead of the supreme leader, he's talking about the parliament, when nobody hold accountable for all the atrocities that would happen in the country. And yet, up to today, anything matter be wants for implementing the country, they do without consulting the parliament. And morely, it do constantly without anybody in the parliament where they hold accountable. Waiting the lawyer organization them, you know, they will supervise any other kind of law where they breach. We always talk one go now international community for letting can help us. That's the one thing, the international community not give a damn about Africa. Now we African them, now we Sierra Leonean them, now we forget for do things and for we self. If we not do anything, nothing will come out of it. We're good. Nothing. I know say people in the for come out for good demonstrate because nobody don't want to lose in life. You know, you go now come out of hospital, if you don't get money, they treat you. You know, the police are on the streets, they arrest somebody for weighing of the spear tire. What in hell, man? Put that day for whole people accountable in this country where bad things and they go wrong. Nobody. And this it don't continue from where be your kind of power. You know, I know they follow up with things they do under annexing in government, but they get a lot of credit for say do this. And I get the understanding say even under annexing government, a lot of things then be they happen. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, people then be get some sort of a way where they can get right for do exercise their constitutional rights. Like today, who are might come on and do for go protest because of the government in wrongdoing. The parliament who now wahala. Nobody not get mind for talk for old minister, whether not the IG Zovola or whatever I call it. Nobody not able to hold them accountable.
So you know? now this makes I be ask just now if actually we parliamentarians them really serious about the issues then when they happen at the country.
They're not serious. they're not serious at all. Because me, I didn't Denmark. Right now, we get one case, although not to salon problem, we get one case where ex-minister in Denmark will be doing for integration and foreign affairs, you know. He made one great decision where right now they impeach him because of it. And now again, we get with transport minister where he uphold some documents about the climate, some CO2 calculation. He uphold them for the parliament for review. They just catch him today. Now, then they impeach him soon. You know, people that don't do bad things in the salon.
And thank you very much. I just wish we can get that kind of system where we're able for all we leaders them to account, you know. Yeah, but
no, but we get the parliament. Now, the parliament you work.
Well, it's unfortunate for say the parliament, some member of parliament, them, you know, because of the kind speaker we get, or the deputy in particular, we me the stress on, we're not able to do that. I wait for see the time where they watch neighbor South Africa and begin operate like how the parliament operate. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
All right. Please, are they giving her the time for respond to then calls there? But if call come inside, because this particular moment so this not the own time. So who they take the first bite?
Yes, do you want to?
Did you get to IS?
IS? Unmute yourself. Okay.
So are they take the last person, and also join on to the last question to me, whether this parliament, especially the opposition, APC, they do the work. And I think say Usai, the present government's wholesale Leoneans them, where Leoneans them not able to defend their own right. Now the same way they usurp parliament.
Yeah.
Now what does that mean? We all see how police them, armed police, use guns and tear gas inside parliament, remove elected officials, elected members of parliament.
Yes.
After a year or so, from the well of parliament, these are people voted for by their own constituents.
Legally elected.
Legally elected. And this is the important question, that the same election, we then disqualify them for purportedly claiming to have been fraudulently won, that the same election, now bring President Bill. The same election, the same people that were vote inside that election day. Now the same people that vote for President Bill. So then disqualify the members of parliament their own votes. They say a void. But they not say President Bill, the people that vote for that same election, a void. I hope you understand that day.
Yeah.
This is like one election, but then they vote for all man.
The same day.
They say no, this election will void out. He void for one person, he void for. So that was the time when Leone for those they come up and said message say, with democracy, nobody no go spoil for we. But we all be sleep, we sit down, we they watch members of parliament that they suffer. Nobody no do nothing. So from the time when the speaker was installed, now in President Bill and the government, then crumbled parliament. Parliament cannot function. You need able to say anything if the speaker not get knowledge in advance as to what they say. Because now that the complaint from the members of parliament, say, speaker didn't give me chance for talk. Speaker the muzzle. Speaker didn't put me, give me, why put me hand up, I don't raise me hand, they didn't agree. And if they don't agree, they're like a classroom.
Interestingly, that talk where you talk, so I don't see like, for example, Kande Yunkela, at one point in time, don't even serve in your letter in advance, a one for make point. The leader of government business tower say not serve they all. Pass where the speaker of that time they say no, if you don't serve them.
So this is the point. Now not just one scenario, now one occasion nowadays. But not to just Honorable KKY don't report that day. A lot of other MPs don't complain the same thing. Say one, the speaker they breach the SOs, the rules the way they govern Parliament. Then call and standing order. So then they call and short SO.
Yes.
It a violator. It a using power as speaker. Say because now they determine who not for talk, who not for talk. If you not point you, if you not calling him, you need to talk. So when people they blame members of Parliament them sometimes, and I want to play the devil's advocate on this occasion. No, we not just blame them. So we get for look at the problem they come out. And out of this same frustration, point me, no point me, give me chance, no give me chance. Now you make the rudeness king commodity. Yeah. So when does it point me, and me want to talk something important, and the ala. For ala, all simple. So these were the complaints where people have for the focus on. And what it cause them? Now because we get somebody as the members of Parliament themselves, listen to me, themselves don't talk, say, this person they impose, this person not get respect for members of Parliament. And they use extreme power. We not even get. But the crucial thing about them procedure in a Parliament, we would need for understand also, whether to everybody understand now. Now the fact say, members of Parliament, you need to get go courts for the procedure whether they apply. That's what the Constitution say. So any procedure whether they apply. So for example, if the speaker not agree for point you for make it talk, or we constituents them, we all vote for a speaker, member of Parliament X. The speaker not agree, allow him for make it talk. So we're not going to pursue the speaker for making the Supreme Court or any court tell us, say, you don't want to give people a chance. You're not going to pursue him. So now what he feel for do? Now so now they do. And he get right for do him. So these are some of the problems that what we need for change the constitution for.
All right.
So long as the members of Parliament there. The procedure in Parliament, you're not going for challenge at any side na the wall.
Okay, get
so
the point.
But for mention. Now that people as they don't begin to understand, this is a very serious issue. This is about party politics.
Yeah.
What do I mean by that? When we country get serious problem, we say because people that don't enjoy the freedom and liberty, we say the government of the day we get excessive power, then they will get too much patronage, then the poor man not get right. Now that make we say, no, we amend the constitution, we'll get a new constitution. It can be a new constitution. Not the same constitution with a pigeonhole. Because what they try for do that for pigeonhole. Pull something, put other thing. Pull something, put other the idea of constitutional review. The idea that for giving a new constitution where they address the concerns them, will come up from different people during the peace process, including the TRC now, special courts now, all the other United Nations efforts we don't come, the negotiations we don't come up, we don't make social statement and this and that, all put together. Now make the Senate get a new constitution where they address all the concerns of the people.
All right. Thank you. Boy Jamboya.
Yes, I know one for repeat what the other people they don't say.
Please.
I think say the callers them, my brother IS, they don't say most of what you need for be said. What you know me go add this. Some of we they volunteer for come na them programs here because we want to assist the people of Sierra Leone for make them get a new thinking. Human rights na everybody in business. Human rights na everybody in right. God will make we what we all believe in, na in destined that right. Because he give we free will above all the other creation them. We dey make laws because we know say we want for control excesses. We not make laws for protect a few people. Let them do things in excess. Would they make the law say, let we behave, say we all equal and respect each other. If we don't reach us our reach, so we don't begin them programs here, and with the hope say, we get for continue for come on several other programs, if not to me come safe, if not to IS come safe, but the Sierra Leone Diaspora Unity Campaign, get for the come on them programs here. The intention now for make Sierra Leoneans then begin take their country seriously and begin take more responsibility. Each and every one of we now, we get to how we come out in a salon. We get a constituency we belong to. We able to talk to a member of parliament. It no matter which party the person be. Not a party politics. Now the destiny of we country, the security of we country. Let we begin engage with members of parliament. Let we begin engage with councillors. We don't come out now the diaspora. We don't see that they happen. I can come out tomorrow morning and go talk to whoever they represent me area. Say, but so thing and all satisfied with them. They give me audience.
So
what they not understand, they ask me.
You go back to that point where we've been asked just now. You know, for go see what thing they happen, for practice what thing they happen other side, for practice that same kind of thing in the host, we don't they miss that area and they plenty.
Well, it's not to say nothing where they happen other side. Saying the some of we born before independence. I attend independence as a small child. Then load me a train from Songo. We can't water street, outside and call Wallace Johnson Street now. From there, we load in a double decker, we go na stadium. That's an abimbo the iron. Usa you building this so na empty land been there, they make fun fair.
Recreation facility.
Yes. What we they say is, some of we've been grown a society outside a form of democracy been there. People let me they sit down, they engage. For sit down, engage and discuss issues. Now part of we culture, it in every bit of we culture. This political bullying, what they think say now Western politics. Now a few people they practice them. Let we go back to who been there. Let we begin talk to people them. Let them we understand we say. Now ask questions. The one they elect. Let we begin talk to them. Let them know, say, we care about what in the God. I'll tell you for free. If members of parliament begin understand, say, the people care, and the people get them back, they will begin to put more pressure on the speaker for make parliament normal. And if the speaker understands, say, the people of Sierra Leone, then get the awareness with them forget. Not to whether say awareness, not for all stone go stone na treat or eat fat. But when you say this is my right, I want it, if the person say no, you tell them why you forget them. Give alternatives. If you not give me this right, I go make sure say you shall not get done there. I swear to God, things go begin change. The people of Sierra Leone have to become active.
Talk an easy one, so now so it
it's not easy. I know it takes time. But we have to begin at some point. And I think say this is not the beginning. I want to show you like where I begin today say the Sierra Leone Diaspora Unity Campaign. Now a movement where get the intention for change the views and dynamics in the country. Not only in the political areas, even in the business area, we get for begin try for mobilize Sierra Leoneans. Let we go back, go see how we can make our country. Not all time pass to wait for European Union or this or that. Let us begin take responsibility now for the welfare. And let us begin out the political system.
All right, we don't come to the end of the program. And I don't know if we don't do justice to the release for make sure say we handle all the things then we do inside there. Well, if that be the case, I'm not going for ask una waiting on our last word. Rather, I go ask una anything they we don't miss out. We una going for highlight before we go? We will be the final points then.
Well, Migo, just want to see that this release, first of all, also the first one.
Yes.
We don't issue release them, whether they publish online, but also on newspaper and they publish them. That's alone. And we get other actions they hold on they take. Some of them, they announce them. Some of them don't begin get results back home. Some of them, we know say the government are aware of what they do. And they don't begin, then we also get an open door policy. We engage them as and when necessary, when they reach out to we. But the Diaspora Unity Campaign, like the first attempt where they bring all Leoneans together. And now for one purpose, for unite the country, we look so divided right now, but for also enhance the efficiency of citizens in our country. For give Leoneans them the opportunity for see the other side, where successive administrations, so to speak, not able for clearly map out the roadmap. So we are engagement, as Mr. Jalo Jamboria say, not to just for challenge the politics, but to also for open opportunities for Sierra Leonean. But the politics is very important. Why? Because if we not get a rotten political system, nothing that they work.
Nothing.
If we not get good leadership, the same thing the way they argue say, we suppose forget, that leadership they don't even think about that. If we not get leadership, we get idea. The country that they move go before. So we prioritize them. We prioritize the politics because now around politics, all the other things they revolve. So, one, the Diaspora Unity Campaign open to all Sierra Leoneans who are outside Sierra Leone. Two, it also open to all friends of Sierra Leone. Somebody who don't work in a salon before, where they outside. Somebody who get interest in a salon, we want to go salon for whatever purpose, for investment, for tourism. We platform open. We get website, we get other social media platforms. We're able to reach we by. But then we also open for help government for solve the problem them where they appear like they not get solution for. Why? Because we get experts there amongst we. We get people that were highly qualified. We get people that were highly educated. We get people that will get top qualification in technology. So we get everybody. We get mixer them. We get journalists them. We get politicians them. We get lawyers. We get doctors. We get scientists. We get every manner of man. So we platform very open. We don't engage anybody. And we also invite other Sierra Leoneans to join the platform. Through WeAd or through any one where you sabi, where you can ask any side. You know, and we publication, we get newsletter where they publish on a weekly basis. You can also get contact them from there. We they continue for do this. And not until when they all form just because of the problem where the country get right now. Nothing where we ready, we prepared, and we get for continue, for keep, and we push forward Salon, Tego. Not a temporary solution platform, not a temporary solution unity campaign. It's like a permanent solution unity campaign.
So if governments change, like how people can always ask, if governments change, you now continue for do this?
Yeah, why not?
Continue, as I said, that's the idea. We will continue for do Tego. Because Leoneans, they always there for the, not everybody get for go back home. We know there are plenty of Saloma they run away from 4th of February 2018. But we know say plenty of Saloma there. They are the diaspora, we don't did it before. So the Diaspora Unity Campaign for continue for exist. And as they grow,
from 2003.
as they grow, as the membership they grow, as they get more interested people them, that's how they get new idea, that's how they expand the membership, and they expand with areas of operation. So they invite everybody for camp.
All right,
so that's a very important message.
This one not a part of the waiting, but just for Congo, sir. The head of the campaign, a woman, right?
A woman.
Perfect.
Yes.
Now, woman.
All right. So, Holland. Let's go to Jamboria. What do you want for add onto this program before we say tata to people?
Now we come on board. Now we make salon. Some of we not to politics bring whip on this. I go assure Sierra Leoneans and say they no go ever see me go run for political office or go ask for political office. But I want to go back to my country. But as it does so, I not feel safe for good. Not because of fear, but I get things that I want to do where I not go able to do with this kind of environment. As I say, no investor not go allow me for go with the money in a salon at this time. Not to me get the money, but I get people them where I go talk to. Where then go say Kalo go. But if the political environment not correct, it will not happen. This is for all of us. Let us do it. Sierra Leone deserves better than with the game. If you look at the location of Sierra Leone on the map of Africa, you look, say, we get the largest natural harbor in Africa. Then you look, say, 55% of the population, they below age 45. That alone minus diamond and gold. If we put we hands them together and we hearts them together, we able build Sierra Leone in the next 20 to 30 years for become the richest country in Africa. This is what some of us are concerned about, not to politics. Let we all work, let put aside with differences. Let put aside, everybody get a right for their party. You want the SLPP did it, you want the APC did it. Me all they talk to me, grandpa, I found a member for SLPP, me not to SLPP. Me grandpa, the only boy Jalo where attend both school. The one that go both school, let them check. In name the boy Jalo. From Binti Dibia. I be SLPP founder member. I'm not SLPP. But I don't get anything against SLPP. I only get things against the manner where the people that will say then are SLPP now, they do things. And for some of us, it is a disappointment because I grew in a home with my grandfather. I stayed with him at Songo. He taught me manners make it man. But this what they see now mismanners. I will not go afraid for talking. Now behave yourself in a salon. I will all get there. That's my last word, sir.
All right. Some people they ask if una contact them, una can share the if una mind, if una no mind, or una do it privately.
We go do them private. May not mind for share me on publicly. I can give you me email. Would I like contact me by email?
Okay, email. Okay, email.
Boy, B-O-Y-E.
Wait, write down for them.
B-O-Y-E.
269
at msn.com.
At
msn.com.
All right.
If you want, you write the Cosmic Generation and Nokia. I go able to be now. We all fumble.
Okay, I just send them for the email.
Other one for Cosmic, right? Send a course. You know me fumble.
Okay, so please let's just get it right, yeah. You address now BOYE 269
yes.
at msn.com.
Yes.
Please. All right. I don't send them for them now.
Contact me by email if you want send course. I not go reply, I will laugh.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We appreciate you so much. I think yourself don't give you concluding word here.
Yeah.
All right. So one tell on a plenty.
Thank you for having us. Thank you so much.
For one tell on a thank you for one take on a 10. Even though you've been very very busy, but you make time able for talk to people. So I appreciate that one day. Thank you very much. God bless una all. We don't take on a time for talk to we inside the program. And to me lovely family members them, I want to tell una plenty. Thank you for una don't take on a time. Don't sit down with we throughout this time for talk. Don't sit down for able for chat. Una comment, una likes, una share. Thank you very much. Una always amazing. Una always be impressed with. Una always be support we. So thank you. We love una all so much. Well, until we meet again into another beautiful edition of a program what we call We Are. My name is Sembe Pierre, the freedom fighter, and they say God bless we all. Now thank you.
Yes, subscribe. You always the watch we program them, but you not subscribe yet to the channel. All waiting you get for do, press this red subscribe button, and then you come over here and press this bell. So the bell option, press this one with all. It don't done. It no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you the support we for make we do more. Thank you for you help we for share this program. Yeah, God bless you.